Welcome everyone to the JungleCast Podcast. I am your host Dre Montana, along with my fellow co-hosts. I am the Pizza Man, Lolex, and MelyThaPirate. And today we have an amazing guest with us. She is a mother and a content creator on Twitch with a passion for spreading mental health, awareness, and gaming. Please give it up to PinkSaibot. Welcome in, Pink. Welcome to the podcast. How you doing today?
Hello.
Oh, I'm so awesome. Thank you guys for having me. I know it's been a long time coming, but I'm finally here.
It has. And you finally made it.
Yes.
Long time.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So let's get started. So where did the name PinkSaibot come from? How did it all start?
So I've been a gamer for forever, right? My original gamer name when I first started with PlayStation was Miss Saibot because I've loved Mortal Kombat. Most specifically Bihan. And if you know Sub-Zero and Bihan's journey, you know that he ends up as Noob Saibot. So that's where I got the Saibot part from. It became Pink Saibot in 2020, right before I started streaming, because it was like Miss Saibot's kind of like a little bit, and I was just like, you know what? I'm in my pink era, so it kind of described me better.
Okay. And then going back to Mortal Kombat, the whole Saibot character. You heard about new Saibot coming back for MK1 around this month. Yeah.
I did. I think it's released. If it's not now, it's very soon. I saw that. Some feelings. I mean, we're happy Bihan's back, obviously, but the character design, the head shape, the helmet shape. Yeah.
I heard they got like a different story. Cause the Liu Kang timeline is way different from the previous timeline. I heard that.
Right.
I'm not gonna spoil it for nobody anyway. So
everything.
yeah, so I'm gonna let that slide. I'm gonna leave it alone for now. For those who are getting the expansion pack, you will find out. I think it comes out either a week or two or so. But I haven't played MK1 because I don't really play fighting games. Other than Dragon Ball Spark Zero, which comes out in October, so I'm definitely getting that.
I did play it. I played through the story of MK1, and I was kind of like, ooh, about the storyline a little bit, because I just want better for my god. I want better for Sub-Zero. So
You want better for Sub-Zero? Okay. So who's your and wait? Bihan was the first Sub-Zero, right?
Yeah.
And then who was the second Sub-Zero? I forgot his name.
I forgot his name. It's not Kwai Lang, is it? I can't remember.
I think so, but the whole storyline just messed me up when MK1 started. So yeah.
Yeah, because they're like changing everything.
So
And
what?
a lot of stuff isn't original no more.
Nah, it's not. It kind of is, but it's like just
It loses the connection of the originality.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like a reboot, but it's not a reboot. If that makes sense. But yeah. So what inspired you to start streaming or creating content?
Oh, actually, I fell into streaming by accident.
How so?
I fell into streaming by accident. When the pandemic first started, we were on lockdown, didn't really know much about anything. I didn't know much about Twitch. I didn't know about live streaming. But a very good Don is in the chat. He was a streamer before me, and he was like, hey, have you heard of Twitch, XYZ? And I was like, no, what's that? And just kind of took off from there. I started on an HP laptop, only able to play Phasmophobia. So they would call me the Phasmo Queen, because I would just play Phasmophobia and stream off my laptop.
And how does that work? Just streaming off your laptop, just off your laptop alone?
Yeah, it was literally just my laptop alone. So I couldn't I would have like my phone next to me to read chat, and I used my camera laptop, and I would just like OBS would still be open in the background, but I couldn't really like do anything back then. It would just be like, okay, whatever happens, happens, and that's it.
Yeah, you can't really see it if you're just on like one screen because you have your game screen up and you have to see what you're playing.
Yeah.
But your OBS could still, run in the background.
And I'll be so curious, like how people could just stream on one monitor. Like, I don't know if if I could be able to do that because I stream from two monitors. I'm like, hi,
Mhm.
like y'all make it so easy just to
It
stream on
was
one monitor.
it wasn't easy.
It wasn't
It
because
made it look that way.
yeah, because I even when I first started, for me it was just a monitor, and I just made it work
Oh, okay.
before I got all the upgrades. So it's doable. I mean, it's not fun exactly because you want to, try to talk in real time, but that's the point of a phone, right? And the Twitch app.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that helped a lot.
All right. So adding on to that, what were some of your biggest challenges you faced when starting out?
So I had been console only up until that point.
Mhm.
The biggest challenge for me was gathering together all of the pieces to build my PC. Actually learning about PC streaming and gaming because there's a lot that goes into this. And I was starting from ground zero. People were trying to convince me, I was, it was like PC or PS5 for me. So like, no, go with a PC XYZ. Of course, my little console. I was just like, I don't know about this. So, and then from there, it's like the decision between, okay, do you want to build it yourself or do you want to get it pre-built? I had no experience with PC, so I was like, I'm gonna get it pre-built. But my friends convinced me to build it myself, and so we sat in Discord for like 4 to 5 hours, and I built this PC.
4 to 5 hours. Okay, that's nice.
4 to 5 hours, yeah.
Yeah, say that's not too bad, especially for DIY.
The first time I was so scared.
Yeah, because for me, when I first started, one of my biggest challenges was that I was streaming on console back in 2020 as well, November 2020 to be exact, and all I could do was just stream games. Like I really couldn't do nothing else other than streaming games. So I was like, and then I was streaming via live stream, the web based. It's like a capture card, but like web based kind of capture card, you kind of say, yeah. But you do have to pay for it though, which kind of sucked. But I kind of made it. I made it work until September 2022. That's why I decided to get a PC. Just like how you said, either build it or get it pre-built. I decided to build it on my own because I could, depending on the parts, I could afford whatever I can. And then I had no PC experience as well when it came to building my own PC, so I had to call a friend. I had to call a friend up, like you can have me build a PC. Da da da. He said, all right, cool. And then he offered me to build my PC, and then in exchange, I bought a monitor off from him and a power supply from him as well. So basically, like $230 altogether for both of his parts, plus him fixing him putting my PC together. So it took about at least 2-3 hours because within that first hour we just went out to eat first, and then after we went out to eat, we started building the PC.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it was just a lot of components, man. It was just making me mad. But I'm like, you know what? Just take your time, Dre, because you bought all these parts. You don't got no warranty. I can't like messed up on it. So it took a while, but it's worth it though.
It is definitely worth it for sure. I guess before I wouldn't have thought that there was that many components and pieces and plugs and little tiny little things that you have to make sure to put down.
Yeah.
Yep, and one little error, it'll mess up the whole thing. Like you basically have to redo it.
Especially you got so far and yet it's just that one plug. You might miss a part and then you got like, damn, what's going on? Like we had it, like when I built my PC, right? We had everything all together. And it was time for us to turn it on. It was not coming on. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Then I realized that we plugged into the wrong place, so we had to check out the whole power supply and then try to figure out what the hell's going on. Then we realized that we just plugged into the wrong socket. I'm like, damn, all this just for one socket?
Right.
Within the motherboard? So it was like, all right, cool. And then we turn it on and then it was all good.
That's good that it worked.
Now the most annoying part of building a PC is just the power supply. it's the power supply. They try to plug it into the right sockets and stuff like that to make it work. Yeah, it's just that was one of the most annoying parts, but everything else was good.
Yeah.
All right, y'all got any questions to ask Pink? Floor's all yours.
See, I had a question. Where'd it go? Oh,
In my life.
here it is. So, like, do you usually? So, what is your like usual routine? Like, when you get ready to stream, like, what do you do before, like, 30 minutes before or 15 minutes before?
Mm. That's a layered question. So mom also, like, I'm a mom, so mom man comes first. It depends on what time of day I'm streaming.
Mhm.
Okay. If I'm streaming and if he's he's present. So if he's here, I try to, give him a tablet, ask him, hey, mommy needs a little bit of time, make sure that he's okay before I start streaming. If he is, at school and I'm doing like a morning stream, then I just like, do the usual. Sometimes I'll have breakfast, sometimes I won't. I mean, hey, it just depends on how eager I am to stream, right?
Or
Just do my little face routine, and I try to come up with a catchy title based on my mood. So that's one thing about my streams. You'll just see all kinds of crazy titles and like little alerts. This is whatever I'm feeling that day. I'll just press that go live button and just decide what I feel like playing that day. Very rarely do I have games planned out. I really am a person that plays whatever based on my mood.
All right, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And do you have like a go-to snack before or during your streams? It could be something to drink as well.
Okay. So, I have a confession. I'm addicted to acai bowls. Okay. It started about 2 to 3 months ago. And if there was anything on the face of the earth that I could eat, sorry, mom, and you're cooking, but it would be an acai bowl before
I got
my stream.
I got a question.
Yeah.
This might be a stupid question to ask, but what is that? What is that?
No.
What is it?
It's not as stupid at all, because until 2 or 3 months ago, I didn't even know what it was. So acai is like it's like a berry.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a really powerful berry, and it's got all like antioxidants, all kinds of rich nutrients, proteins, and things like that in it, right? So they grind it up, mix it with like some sugar, stuff like that, and different fruits, and make it into like a base. I would say
like a custard. Like, I wouldn't say it's a custard. It's like
I
kind of
would
hard to
say
describe.
almost like not quite slushy, not quite as slushy. It is kind of hard to describe. It's like frozen yogurt.
I'll say, would it
Yeah,
be close
yeah,
to like
Like
a
a
yogurt?
frozen yogurt. Yeah, like a frozen
yeah. It's like a
yogurt.
frozen yogurt. Yeah.
And you put toppings on top of it. My favorites my go-to is blueberries, strawberries, bananas, granola, chia seeds, and honey.
Yeah, that's
Perfect
what I
bowl right
typically
there.
get. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, coconut flakes.
Coconut flakes.
Then, yes.
Yeah.
I try to use unsweeten everything, because if you eat too much of it, it's like you're loading yourself with sugar.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mhm.
now I use unsweetened acai powder, unsweetened coconut flakes. I try to use unsweetened granola.
Yeah, I didn't start eating start eating some more fruits. I mean, I am eating fruits, but I didn't start eating like different fruits. I'm just so picky when it comes to fruits, though. Like,
Picky. I'm telling you, have one of those acai bowls. It'll change your life.
Maybe some
yeah,
fruits you'll
it'll
probably
get you
like
full
better if
too.
it's mixed
yeah, probably.
with
That's
like
true.
something else. Because some foods for me taste better when it's mixed with something, or even like some fruits.
Like for me,
Yeah.
when it comes to apples, I like green apples more. I don't like the red apples. I like green apples because
I
like
feel the
I
same.
love green.
yeah, I like green apple. I like green apples, green grapes, bananas, sometimes watermelon if I'm in the mood for that.
Take
And
watermelon.
yeah, that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. So like, I'm very picky when it comes to fruits. Those are my type of fruits I just like to eat. But I definitely need to have one of those on bowls.
I definitely think you should. Yeah.
All right, let me see. So, how do you come up with your ideas for your streams or videos if you do create content for your videos?
Yeah, so I kind of, for the most part, like I said, I do my streams based on how I'm feeling that day. But as far as content, whatever, whatever, I usually go for things that other people clip, right? So if there was like a funny moment and I just said, sometimes I just say the most outrageous things and I don't even realize that I'm saying them or doing them. I'll go back and I'll look at my clips and I'll be like, what is this? And I'll be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I said that. Like, should I post it? Should I post it? All right, I'm gonna post it. So that's how that's how I create a lot of my content, just by things that other people are interested, things that I'm interested in as well. Like I'm a Power World addict, so lately I've been posting Power World videos. But when it comes to my other content, like my gamer mom streams, or my charity streams, things like that, I will tend to post and create videos more around, I guess, more relatable or emotional moments. Things that people can relate to.
Okay, and going back to what you said about Power World, how is that game? Because I played it for like a good couple of weeks and then it started dying down. I stopped playing it low key.
I have played about 500 hours of Power World. So
Wait, how many hours?
500 hours. About 500 hours of Power World.
She said, "You gonna hear it this time." I said 500, 500 hours.
500 Power World hours.
Damn.
I love it. It's like The Sims meets that other game where you catch monsters that fight. You know? Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out. I'm like, hold on, wait. Here's Pokemon. That's one.
Yeah, so that one. It's like Sims meets Pokemon.
Oh, okay. Just with guns.
Yeah, with guns.
With guns. You gotta put with guns. And you work up. You put them in labor. They do labor work.
You can if you choose to. You know. I run a little day spa, so my pals are treated quite well. Okay, they have all of the things that their little pals will ever need. You know, we feed them pizza and healthy things like salads and berries. They have hot tubs to retreat to if they're feeling, you know, a little tired. No forced labor.
Okay, all right.
She said, "We nice on this side."
Yes.
All right, okay. And when it comes to editing your shorts or anything like that, so what tools and software do you use for content creation and for streaming?
Honestly, I cannot stand editing. I just don't have that much patience for it. So for me, Canva and Twitch's built-in software are two of my go-tos. I'm sorry, not Canva, CapCut. Canva, CapCut, and Twitch's software. If I need to put anything on Canva, I will. Like if I need any effects that I want to add in, you know. But mostly CapCut.
CapCut. That's the free software, right? I've been hearing about.
Yeah. It's free. They have it for your phone and for desktop. So.
But is it truly free though? Cause I know things like that. You know, it says it's free, and then if you want better stuff, you probably have to pay for those type of features. It's one of those type of things, right?
Yeah, there are some features that you can pay for. Honestly, I don't have any complaints about the free version. They've got a lot. They've got a lot of different options. A lot of effects, filters, transitions, automatic. It's really well. It's really the UI for it. It's like for people who are like basic, who might not have the greatest editing skills, you'll be able to just take off running. It's not that hard to use.
Okay, I like Canva too. Canva. It does help me out when it comes to like making thumbnails and flyers and
Mhm.
stuff like that. Just like you, I don't have the patience for all that, but I learn time and time. Like I make sure when it comes to like editing video and stuff like that, I have like presets. So it's like, all right, I got my preset for this one, got my presets for that one, so I can just easily edit my videos like that and take me like a good probably less than an hour depending on the video. Hey, look who's here. What's going on, Mel?
If you guys are talking to me, I can't hear you yet.
Yeah, so she look like she's figuring something out. Getting set up. I was like, hold on.
We can hear you talk now.
Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you talk. We can hear you talk. All right.
I'm sorry. My daughter threw a tantrum.
Oh,
Oh
Right.
no.
Else.
Yeah.
All right. Y'all guys pick the next question. I'm gonna let y'all take the floor. One of y'all.
okay. So, oh, go ahead, Mel. Go ahead, Mel.
No, I'm late. I can wait.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right. So I want to ask a question that's kind of more into streaming.
All
So
right.
obviously, when a lot of us finally get, you know, a better understanding of streaming and all that, we lean towards finding gaming groups to join and whatnot. So, can you please tell us in the chat what groups you are a part of, whether it's sponsorships, partnerships, and tell us a little bit about them?
Yes. Yes, I would love to. So my first group that I actually joined with is the clothing company. You guys know the Bunny Gang.
Mm-hmm.
I am a bunny. Yes, I'm Pink Bunny. Also after that, I became part of Big Creator. So I am a big creator, yeah. And then from Big Creator, I have to make sure that I don't miss anything. Twitch Latin Unity Guild. Twitch Black Unity Guild. I am a GameHurst ambassador, and I recently got made an ambassador of Stay Golden Cosmetics.
Hey, that's what's up.
Ooh, congrats.
Look at you
Thank you,
go.
thank you.
I was gonna say now too. I was gonna say something, but I lost track just now. Damn. But I'm gonna let y'all ask another question. I lost track.
Okay. Here's my question. Well, I have a few, but
All right.
How has streaming affected your personal relationships?
Some for good, some for not that great. I think because of the age group that I'm in, the way that I was raised, a lot of the people around me don't understand what streaming is.
Mm-hmm.
They just kind of, especially like our elders, right? You know how it's just like, are you on that game? That's all, and they don't know what game it is or why you on the game. What's the
On that game again, girl.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't even know that it's
sit in your room and play the game.
little do they know it's a side hustle.
Exactly. But when you show them, like, you can show them like a really big streamer, like, I don't know, like Kai. Like, okay, Kai's Sinat, and they're like, they still might not understand. But then you realize it's not my job to make people understand. I do what I do, and I do it for me, or my kid, or, whatever. Do it for whatever reason, but don't pay attention to, all that kind of stuff. But in the positive, it has opened me up to so many amazing relationships in the communities that I'm in. And, you really meet a lot of like-minded people that you wouldn't have met otherwise had you just been, what I did before this. I was a groomer. So there's no way I'm working in my grooming shop 40 hours a week, meeting other gamers. I'm just around dogs, so that wouldn't have been possible.
And how long you been doing grooming for with the dogs? If you don't mind me asking.
No, I don't mind at all. I was doing grooming for almost 15 years.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
15 years. Okay.
Yeah, they got me from a baby. I started doing grooming, and I loved it, but it was time.
Time to leave. Time to move
Yeah,
on.
yeah. I still do it. I still do it from time to time, just for like a little razzle dazzle. But there's just mainly the company that I worked for. I couldn't be there anymore.
Mm. But y'all left off in a good note, right?
No.
Oh, damn.
I love how she probably no. Hell no.
It sounded so upbeat.
Damn. Well, excuse me. Shit. All right. So, with your community on Twitch, how do you engage with your audience and build a community?
My gummies, my gummy bears, my gummy gang, man, they really have supported me through all of life's little spectrums. Um, how can I start? Let's see. There have been a lot of different things, a lot of challenges, a lot of celebrations that we've gone through as a community. And let me just tell you, the people in my community are so non-judgmental. One thing that I really, promote is mental health awareness, because as someone who I have several mental health diagnoses that I deal with, it's really important for me to have people around that do understand that. And my community, they understand. They understand, embrace, they give me time, and they interact with each other when I'm not around. I love to see my community out being, and it's not that forced positivity, like, okay, let's go be happy and positive everywhere. No, they legit are in other people's chats, like, lifting people up, and I'm like, hey, what are you doing here? Oh, you watch this person too? Yeah. So I have a really good group of people around me, and I'm very thankful for my gummy gang.
Okay. Let's see.
To kind of like piggyback off of that, one thing that I like really have been thinking about lately is like when you start getting like a lot of followers, you start getting like your numbers are going up. Like I was just like thinking, I'm like, man, like quality over quantity, like real bad. Because the people, like you said, the people that come in my chat, man, like they are just so like just fun to like hang out with and talk to. And I was just thinking, like, when I be hopping in people's chats and they be having like 4,000 people in the chat at one time, anything can be said in these chats. Like, it's people are like, they say some insane things that are not like bannable things, but they're just like insane. And it's like, I mean, it would be cool, I guess, one day to be like that famous and like have that many people in your chat. But also, it's like you don't like you like where's it? There's not really like a connection like that. Like you can't really connect with your chat when it's 4,000 people in there talking about whatever at one time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like I just really value the ability to just like be able to connect with people like that and be like, yeah, like these are I want you to follow me, like you are somebody I want to see in my chat, like as opposed to like, oh, here we go, just another 500 people. Like, I don't know, it
Right.
just gives it like it makes it more important, like
Yeah.
Yeah, because when you have like 1,000 people and stuff, you can't literally see what everybody's saying, because it's not only one conversation going on, it's like 17 other conversations going on. People just talking about random shit, and it's like, I don't even know what's going on in my own damn chat half the time.
That's true.
So it's like, no, but it is cool with, where we are, because we're actually able to bond and really get that like one-on-one connection with the people that actually, support us and that we support.
Exactly.
Yes, the core community.
Mm-hmm. I'd rather have a small community that everybody connects well with each other than have a large community. That's just my opinion, though. You know what I'm saying? I feel like having a
Yeah.
small community, you start building that bond amongst each other. While with a large community, you can't really build too many bonds like that unless you that type of person that like that type of stuff. But for me, I try to keep it small as possible. So that way I can
And not
start
to
building.
mention, you're not going to be able to bond and vibe with everybody either.
Exactly, because not everybody has the same mindset as you. Because some
That's
people,
why I be thinking sometimes when people have those subscriber only like discords, I always wonder if it's so that they can bond with those people. Like even though it's like a monetary incentive, it
Mhm.
what makes me wonder like is that incentive there so that you can be like, okay, you care enough to subscribe to my channel, so now I can bond with you at least on this Discord as
Mhm.
opposed to like in the chat like that.
or like a
Right.
click, or like a click. You know, only a selected people
Mm-hmm.
have like these subscribers on Discord, stuff like that. I call it a click or a cult or whatever people call it as.
Damn.
I
It's so extreme.
I feel like
Ooh.
as you grow, though, with your core community coming with you as you get bigger, stuff like that kind of tends to fall to the wayside. People who are not there with the right intentions will always fall to the wayside. So as long as you're staying true to yourself and what you want, what you believe, your community will just continue to flourish and grow no matter how big you get.
Hmm.
Like I'm sure even, someone like Kaisenet, AMP, RDC, they have their core people that do show up for them every time, that do support them, and they do start to even though the chat's going super fast, they have those people who are there with the good intentions, and they do have different events and chances and things like that to bond with their communities as well.
All right, and have you ever attended any gaming or anime conventions? If so, how was those? How was those experiences?
I sure have. I started my con journey late, actually. My first con was in 2023. It was, what was it? DreamHack. DreamHack 2023. And wait, was DreamHack before? No. Was DreamHack was before AWA? I know they switched places. So whatever
Hmm.
took place in October of 2023, it was either DreamHack or AWA. I went to that.
Okay.
And I feel like it was AWA. Yeah, it was AWA. And then we went to like a couple of other things. And it was really okay. Um I liked DreamHack. I loved MomoCon. MomoCon is really one that I'll be going to again and again and again and again. I did have the opportunity to stream at MomoCon this past May. That was
Ooh.
really fun. It was really fun, really well organized. I would definitely recommend MomoCon to anyone who has not yet been to an anime or gaming con.
And how was?
Lex, your something's picking up something, like it's echoing from your
Mine?
thing. Cause like no, Lex, cause sometimes when Pink talks, your thing lights up around you. Like it's I don't know what you're listening through, but it might be a little loud because it's like echoing.
That's weird because I don't hear it on my end.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, it's just the only reason I could tell it was you is because it lights up green when you're not talking. It only happens like when Pink's talking. It's kind of
I was probably
I don't
speaking.
That's
know.
weird. It shouldn't.
But
I don't really know what can fix that, but hopefully it
Yeah, I don't know. What are you listening through?
my speakers, but it's crazy because it's never done this before, so I don't know why it's doing this now.
it's probably.
Might just have to lower volume.
Yeah, just probably just a little bit.
But Pink, how is it streaming? Like, you say you streamed at OmonCon?
Yes. Yes.
How does that work as a content creator? Do you just like did it give like they have like a setup for streamers there to stream there at
They
OmonCon?
do. Yeah, they have this. It's really easy. You just have to sign up on their website. If you are thinking about it now, it takes place in May of
Mm-hmm.
2025. I would say as soon as the applications open, sign up because they go really fast. I think they have 4 days available to choose from. And is it a 1 hour? It's either a 1 hour or 1.5 hour slot that you have.
Mm-hmm.
Um, They get you in the booth. They have first they ask you on your application and the email correspondence what it is that you want to play. So they make sure to put you in a booth that already has the game downloaded that you want. So you're not wasting time trying to do XYZ. You need your pass keys for whatever you need to sign into, whether it be Steam, Ubisoft, Epic, whatever. But it was a really good experience for me. Nice and air conditioned, which was it was kind of hot. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of hot. It was kind of hot walking around the con. But when you get in the booth, it was just like air conditioned paradise.
Because I'd be like, how do people be playing these games when they at these conventions? Like, I wonder how the setup goes. And then when it comes to that, and to piggyback on that, is there any requirements when you're signing up for those type of things?
For MomoCon, no, I don't believe that there was. I don't know about DreamHack. I've not been there on content creator mode before. The first time was just as a spectator. So we'll see. I know that you do have to apply. I don't know what DreamHack's requirements are for streaming though.
And one convention that I always hear people talk about is DreamCon. Like every other con, people don't really talk about as much, but when it comes to DreamCon, people talk about it a lot, both positive and negative. Like, I don't understand why DreamCon, like, is so big and why people always talk negative about it than any other conventions I ever heard about. Like, I just feel like DreamCon is the only one that people be talking about.
To my understanding, DreamCon was supposed to be like a black con. Like it was supposed to be like black people getting together to like, be like anime fans. And you already know that as soon as you deem something a black space, it's automatically under like undue scrutiny. Like not saying that like the things that are said about DreamCon are like not accurate, but it automatically puts it underneath like for us, obviously. I'm sure people who don't give a fuck, like, I have never heard of it, but like it always puts it under like this microscopic lens where people are like fixated on it because it has that label. Like it's like, okay, is it gonna live up to our expectations? Is it not? Is it gonna be something where it's like ghetto? Like it's gonna bring attention. Anytime you put a label, you put black in front of something, or you put, even if it's not even written on there, if you know in your mind this is a black space, it's automatically gonna be like talked about. It's just how it is.
And when it comes to scrutiny, it's always our kind that always talk shit about DreamCon. Like, you don't hear no other races talk about DreamCon. As far as my knowledge, it just be our own con. It's like, why? Like, is it supposed to be a safe? This is like DreamCon is supposed to be a safe space for black content creators, anime lovers, cosplayers, etc., etc. Like, why talk bad about this convention though? It's like, to me it's kind of weird.
Cause the call be coming from inside the house. Like
it's just kind of weird. Weird as hell. Weird.
Listen, it's a lot of, let's be real and honest about what we do and what the things that we like. It's a lot of weirdos, man. It's a lot of them. It's a lot of weirdos. And you can't, people just be weird. What can you do? Like,
Really
you find the ones that aren't, and then, that's it.
There be some girl weirdos, and then there just be some bad ones, You
Yeah, when I say weirdo, okay, oh, shit, I'm sorry. Okay, as a Detroiter, when we say somebody's weird, we're not talking about, like, different people or people that like different things or people that like, when we call you weird, we mean, like, you bad. That's bad. Like, I'm a good weird. I'm a good type of weird person. But if I'm like, oh, it's weirdos out here, like, I'm not referring to people who are just different by any means. Okay,
it's like down bad type of weird.
Yeah, if you identify as a weirdo, because I do too outside of that space. If you I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the weirdos. Like, it's something wrong with that guy. Weirdos, yeah, like that.
The need help. The super need help weirdos.
Yeah, like, stay away from that person, weirdo, like that. Like, not like, oh, you can Naruto run down the hall all you want. I'm not talking about you at all.
Yeah, so going back into your community of Pink, what are some of your most rewarding or memorable experiences you had while interacting with your community?
Yeah. There have been there have been a lot. I'm someone who I believe in transparency. So I am very transparent with my community. They've seen me go through some really bad times. Not to get too personal, but there have been situations that I've had to play out, in public. And unfortunately, as a content creator, things, it's a tight space. It's a tight space, the Twitch, the Black community, it's a tight space. So, they were there in a time when I really, really, really needed it. That was one of my most memorable moments, for good and bad. Another time, I remember when there was someone who gifted me 100 subs.
Oh my
It was
god.
someone, yeah. Yeah, it was like, I was just, talking and playing my little game, and then all you see is, down the chat. And for someone to do that, I just, it was something that I don't think I ever expected in life, that something like that could happen. And it just really just, it changed my perspective on a lot of stuff. And you ask them, why would you do something like that?
Hmm.
Because they said, because you're you, because people deserve to be able to see you. And hopefully with these gifted subs, it'll attract more people to your community, so they'll be able to experience you for themselves. And I just, hearing that, I broke down. It's not
Yeah, I'm outside
everything.
of it, right?
I just,
I wouldn't know how
you
to react if I get 100 subs like that. 100
yeah,
subs? That's a
you
lot.
never know who's watching. You never know who's watching. You never know who will be impacted, um just by you streaming.
Okay, okay, okay. Anybody else got a question for Pink?
I do. I do. She's momming right now. I can tell. I see it in her face.
Oh, okay. Parent life. Ooh,
Listen, listen.
I'm listening. Oh,
It,
Oh yeah, Mel. Did you still hear the echo or it went down?
no, it went away. I didn't hear. I haven't heard it anymore.
Okay, so I probably have to lower her volume then.
mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm sorry. Could you repeat that, please? I wasn't.
No, no, we were just saying you look like
Oh,
you were momming. So
oh yeah.
no worries, no worries. Okay, how has gaming evolved for you over time? Are there games that you used to play that you don't enjoy anymore, or vice versa?
Hmm. I come from the Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo era. So when I was growing up, that's like Sonic, Lion King, things like that. Um, I put those down for a while because, sometimes life gets a life in, or sometimes you might just move away from gaming. When I picked back up into gaming, it was like early 20s, and what I was into was COD. Um, so I started just on like COD and shooters for like a while. And I don't really play COD anymore because I was introduced to Apex.
Oh, okay.
Hated Apex. I hated Apex when I first started as someone who was used to playing Call of Duty everything. But it kind of really stuck, and I haven't been able to go back to COD since.
Stuck on
So,
Apex.
definitely. But as far as other games, things like that, like the older consoles, I can actually go back and play with my son. So it's kind of like how my parents were playing with me when I was little. Now I'm able to show my son, like, he's got Sonic on his Nintendo Switch. I don't know if you guys hear him in the background. He's excited about something right now. But he's got like Sonic on his Nintendo Switch, and just being able to have those special little moments where, like, I was playing this when I was little. Now my son can play this at the same age. It's really cool. It's really cool to be able to dive back into those games from my childhood.
So, what is one game you pretend to love but secretly cannot stand?
Um, man, I tend to not play too many that I don't like. Five Nights at Freddy's.
You love that game?
I hate it.
Or you hate it?
I hate it. I pretend to love it because people want me to play it,
Mhm.
and sometimes the community will just be like, "Yeah, play a scary game. We've on this one," and I'll be like, "Okay." And yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's. That's oof. It's too scary. It's too scary. It's like the tense aspect of it. I had to play it in VR one time. Terrible.
I could just tell on VR is probably jump scares.
It's yeah.
The jump scares on VR is probably worse.
Like, don't get me wrong, it's a good game, amazing game. It's just too scary for me.
It's just like the unexpected jump scares. It just be popping out of nowhere.
So much.
That
Okay.
and Outlaw for me. I mean not Outlaw,
Mm.
Outlast.
Oh, Outlast. I'm just trying to get into horror games. Like, y'all know me, I'm a chicken. Like, even though little ones, even the dark anthologies I was playing, I was like, like, scared. But I
It just
love
has you on
horror.
edge all the time because you never know. It's like you're
Yeah.
trying to prepare for a jump scare, but then you're still not prepared and it still gets you somehow.
I
Nah, like,
love horror so much. Horror games just. I hate games out loud though. If I hate a game, I hate it. I'm not gonna pretend. There's no pretending.
nah, when it comes to horror games, like
Right.
I don't mind playing horror games. It's just the fact that if I can't defend myself, I'm not playing. Like the first two Outlast games, I would not play because because when you play those outlaw games, I keep saying Outlast. You gotta use the
Well,
camera
that
as the
Star
night
Wars
vision.
on your brain. That Star Wars on your head.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, but those type of games, man, especially that, you gotta use the camera because that comes with like a night vision. And it's like,
Mm.
and then them jump scares, man, be getting me. And it be dark as hell too. We don't have the night visions. It's like, yeah, I ain't doing
Man,
that.
any horror game with night vision, I'm already like, I hate that shit because I already have bad vision, okay? Even
Mhm.
with glasses on. Half the time it's dark, don't know where I'm going, even with that on, and still get scared. And I'm like, yeah, okay, never again.
Exactly. Like I played the Outlast Trials, although it's still scary as hell. You just play with amongst your friends. Shit, them people screaming in your ears is worse than the jump scares itself.
That's why can't do that Dead by Daylight. Like, it's all that moaning and groaning and screaming, and it's it sounds pornographic. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, Dead by
Heavily.
Daylight.
I
If
play
you've
that game. I
never
know.
if you've never like seen that game or heard that game and you just hear it in the background,
Out
you're
of
like, what the fuck
context,
is
it
that?
sounds
Like,
crazy.
Fuck y'all
it
got going
sounds
on, freak ass.
pornographic.
No, it's worse because some of the perks on Dead by Daylight, I think it was on one of my recent streams when I last played it a couple weeks ago, but I was opening an exit gate and I have a perk that reveals people that are near me. There's two people behind a damn rock and it was looking crazy. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? People on my chat like, what the fuck they doing over there?
No, really. Like, it's such
Like,
a it and it's not even like I probably feel like, to me, watching that game, it's not really scary unless, like, obviously, like, the killer just jumps out from somewhere. But like, it's more of a, you could tell that playing it is the scary part because you're running away, like you're
Mhm.
running away. Besides that,
Yeah,
it's no horror. It's just
the
screaming and
tension
moaning and
factor.
groaning. Like, even when you're not
Hmm.
being attacked, the people is moaning and groaning. Like, they at the generator, like, like, what's wrong with you? What's
They really
happening?
do.
Like, what's going on?
And then you got someone getting healed right next to a gen, so it looks all crazy, and it's like, can you
I'm
go over there?
People will be like, I see so many people on my like people that I follow, they be playing Dead by Daylight. I be like, yeah, I'm not getting on that one. I'll wait till they play.
Nah, it's the screens for me when they get hooked on the hooks, bro. It's the screens for me. I'm like, bro.
No, they prolonged the hell out of the screams. It used to not be that long and be that loud. I don't know what the hell behavior done did with that game, but they need to go back and fix it because them screams
They
should
got
not be
some
that
freaky
prolonged.
frogs on the dev team. It's freaky frogs on the dev team, and they
Clearly,
out.
and they leaping through the game.
They ain't hiding it either now. They're not hiding either.
They not hiding it.
Nope.
Like the only time I really played Dead by Daylight is with Lex. I'm like, yo, these screens are just unnecessary, bro. Like, it's just
And it be like I said, it's so prolonged, and they be way across the damn map where we can't even get them, and they still screaming, and it's like you've been screaming for like 2 minutes now.
Like, I ain't
We know
Right,
you're
it
hooked.
doesn't stop.
Be on the way.
But like, I'm gonna
Speaking
go back.
of though, speaking
Y'all know
of
my motto.
Pink,
Go over there, you fuck.
what? Oh,
No, it's true sometimes because some killers are lethal in that game.
Sorry.
oh, what they
Like they will just
like,
space camp the
watch
hell
the
out of you and
person?
stare at you.
Mm.
Go there if you
Like the
want
person
to.
that's hooked.
Yeah, like some killers legit have done that, and then
Yeah,
they'll
that's
slice
fair.
like you're the worst person ever, and it's like, what the fuck did I do? I didn't even give you a difficult time.
Right.
You ain't even find me till everybody else was dead. Like who pissed you off last lobby? Because it wasn't me.
I love how there's like this unspoken, like like this unwritten code of conduct for Dead by Daylight. Like, people who play this game, you guys have a code of conduct. I have no idea what the fuck y'all be talking about, but y'all be like this, and this, and I didn't even. And you be like, what you mean you didn't give the killer a hard time? He's trying to kill you. You're supposed to give him a hard time. Like, it's just certain things that community. It's these rules that y'all
Yeah.
have. It's so interesting.
Like I'm a survivor main. I also do play killer, but oh gosh, I get a worse experience playing killer.
I can't.
Like
play
them
killer.
survivors will have a damn flashlight, and their flashlights work too good, so it blinds the hell out of you. With your whole screen is covered, and it's like they're not even working on gens. They're literally just fucking with you.
Oh, see, no.
So yeah, the code of conduct is real crazy in that game. Like I just play casual. Now, if a killer actually does something that's a dickhead move, then I'm gonna play like an asshole. That's when I change my conduct.
I never knew they
Other
had a
than
conduct.
that, I play casually.
I never knew they had a conduct when it comes to Dead by Daylight.
They don't. That's the problem,
Yeah.
and it's all over the spectrum.
It's the players people who play it consistently, like they have their own like honor system. Like, it's an honor system that, like, if you don't watch people play it or if you don't play it, you have no idea that it exists.
And see,
Right.
that's another reason why I can't play randos, yo. In any game, not just Dead by Daylight. I'm talking about just any game in general, man. Playing with randos, you can either be good or bad, and then they get mad. There's no in between. So, especially playing randos, yo, and then if they die, they blame you for their fuck up. I'm like, you can't blame me for your fuck up now. You shouldn't even move that way or shoot this person, that person. Like, we supposed to stick together. You gonna go on your separate way, that's on you. Don't blame me for
That,
your
or
fuck
they'll
up.
automatically gang up on you when they're like a duo pair or something. You're like the odd man out.
That's mostly why I'm a solo game player. I don't be playing games with people. Everybody be like, you don't never play the game with us. What am I gonna do with you? I'm over here playing.
It's
by
like
myself.
it's like I can't fake the funk, honey. I'm sorry. You're not gonna
I'm
want to play
like,
with me.
I don't want nobody to carry me. Number one, I hate being carried. Okay, and I don't want to carry nobody. So what do that mean? That mean that multiplayer game is not for me.
Nah, Apex is the
That's
worst,
not my
man.
bag.
Apex is the worst. You have no choice to play
Yeah,
with
that's
a
one
rando.
game. You will never catch me playing Apex. Mm-mm.
You
Mhm.
have to play with a random person. You
No,
can't
I mean, you
like
can play with your
squad up
friend.
to a squad.
I mean, you can squad up with your friends and stuff like that. I'm just saying, like, there's no solos. Well, unless there's like a limited time game mode for solos. But other than that, you could play
Oh
randos
no, solos.
or squad up with people that you know. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's not like Fortnite to where you actually can play by yourself and go shooting people and shit. Like
yeah.
Apex is either you with another person or you with 2 other people or 3 or whatever events they got going on. It's like, yeah, no.
Mhm. Especially playing rank. Rank is the fucking worst. Especially messing up somebody's
said I was
rank.
playing.
Ooh, child, let me tell you now. You mess with
Ooh.
somebody.
Right? Mm-mm.
You mess with somebody's rank. You're gonna hear an earful from somebody.
You're gonna hear all the profanities and insults in the world. I've been in party calls with homies that play that, and I'm like, yeah, I'm out of here. Yeah, y'all got that.
Games that
I be wanting to play with people, but I'll be like, just like I said, somebody cuss me out over their rank. I'ma like cuss them out, and I might turn my shit off and go cry. Like, why would they? Like, go.
Oh no, 2K is another game too. NBA 2K
Fuck
is
2K.
another game.
Fuck 2K. We ain't even talking
Go,
about
go
2K.
ahead, pizza. The floor is yours.
We ain't even talking about
I'm
2K.
thinking
Lighten
about
up.
getting that
2K,
new
bro.
Call of Duty though. That new Call of Duty looking real,
Looking real suspect
looking
with them.
real
It was spicy.
interesting.
Yeah,
No, them lobbies in Call of Duty be funny as shit, low key. Sometimes they
I
really be
used
going
to
off
be
on each
like
other.
I used to be a huge Call of Duty player. Like I used to run my life
Same.
used to be ruled by Call of Duty. Like
Mhm.
I have heard some of the worst shit you could ever hear in a
Mhm.
game. Like I have
I
heard
remember
some
those
of the
days.
absolute worst shit. So at this point, you know, in a COD lobby, there's nothing you can say to me. Now this Apex, you talk to me crazy about your rank. I don't know how bad you could hurt me. But in the COD lobby, you can't say anything to me that I haven't heard before. I promise. I've
Mhm.
heard some
Exactly.
shit. I've heard some shit that was so crazy it make you want to sit back and be like, damn, that was kind of a good one, but fuck, like
Like that
why
shit
you have to say
affected
this to
me.
So
Like you said that
creative.
to homeboy on my team, but that got me reflecting. Like, what?
Ooh,
And
I
now,
used to have a lady tag.
mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
and now they have, and now they have this new feature where you could grab people as a human shield, and there's proximity chat on there too while you're grabbing them on a human shield. So it's like, see, it's about to be a bad idea. I'm like,
Oh, that's gonna be a shit show.
Oh, I'm about to whisper some crazy shit in somebody's ear. Now you like this? How's it feel?
Make sure you send me the clips, Mel. Please send me the clips.
Alright.
Nah, I seen people make clips of that shit. I'm like, yo, it's about to be real toxic. Like, it's already toxic now on COD. Now you got this feature. It's like, y'all really trying to ban. Y'all really want to get banned now, huh? Saying some wild,
That's gonna be
disrespectful shit.
insane.
Like
That's
the
gonna
COD
be
lobby
insane.
toxicity has been toxic for years, like a little over a decade at this point in time. So ain't nothing new that you're not saying in there, but these down bad Gen Alpha and some Zers, whoo,
And it's not even the grown ups
Crazy.
either. It's the kids.
that's
The
what I'm
kids got the
saying.
most
It be
reckless
these damn
mouth.
kids, these little freaking 7-year-olds and stuff that know too much because the internet raising them, talking
Mhm.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's like you a whole squeaker. Have a seat.
Yo, whole squeaker. A
So
squeaker.
The kid.
I was playing my normal Siege last night. You know,
Mhm.
it was 3 of my friends and 2 randoms. So we knew the 2 randoms were together because they went everywhere together. And if you know Siege, you know the diffuser, you know they grab the diffuser every round, and every time they would go on the other side of the map and they would just sit there and die. Dude got on the mic and said, "Oh y'all nigger bitches." I'm like, "Oh my god!"
Oh shit.
I was
So
like,
many
"What?
nigger bitches. It's insane. Like
And that,
You
I
call
haven't-
me a nigger bitch?"
and like wow.
so many.
Like, who hurt
So
you?
many. The
Right.
first time I ever heard that, I was like,
Oh.
what? Like I can tell you, like, I think it was probably like 2011 was the first time I ever got called nigger bitch in a lobby. And that was just the beginning. That was just the beginning.
I remember I got called. I remember I got called a nigger playing fucking Apex by a white person, like a little white kid. I'm like,
it be the kids. The kids be throwing them that hard ER on it.
hell
quick.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
They love that ER.
And low key, at this point in time, that's not even the worst insult to us anymore. It's like that's the best you got.
yeah,
Talk to me
Right.
when your balls drop first. Then we can get
Right.
down to talking shit. So don't talk to me.
So been in lobbies where like I'm like no mic and like everybody in the lobby is like white or like Hispanic and everybody's a nigga in the chat. Like everybody's calling everybody nigga in the and I'm just sitting there like it's none of y'all sound black at all. Not
Exactly.
one of y'all.
Gonna pull
Not
up at somebody.
one.
Don't tell me I'm gonna pull out your crib and da-da-da-da. I'm like, bro, you can't even probably can't pull up nowhere. Shut up.
I know I have
Can't
a
even-
funny
can't
story.
even
Love when
try.
somebody
You
tell
can't
me
even
they pulling
try.
up. I'd be like, oh, you gonna come to you gonna come in my territory and think you gonna be safe? Please, I
Right.
want you. I want you to pull up.
It's like, go
Can't
ahead and
even
pull up to
try.
my vicinity because you might not make it away from my vicinity.
You
Exactly.
gonna fuck around and
Exactly.
find out.
You might end up 6 feet under and some more.
You gonna
Play
fuck
if you
around
want
and find
to.
out. They gonna have to ship your body back to your house. Don't play.
Think like, yeah, what the fuck is
I'ma
going on
pull
here?
up.
No, I was reflecting. I was like, yeah. I remember what the COD lobbies were like back then, and it was just like bombshells going off in my head. But then to be honest, like now I don't use my mic. When I'm playing with randoms, I don't use my mic. Really, hardly ever. And you know, you'll always get those shit talkers of guy, because you know, on Apex they automatically always assume you're a guy. Even with a name, you know, like PinkSaibot, you know who, hey, nobody's judging, right? But I'll just be chilling or whatever, and they'll be like, you know, talking mad shit. And then the
Mhm.
second you come on and you reveal that you're a woman, it's like, oh.
Yes,
Yeah, what? What?
And it's like, keep that same energy.
God.
Keep that same energy.
Yeah.
Say that again.
exactly.
I'm a what? I'm a who? Now you finna get it.
See, I keep like when it comes to games like that, I just keep my my mic turned off. Unless I'm gonna say some real disrespectful shit, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I don't let them hear it.
Man, it didn't even
Or
happen
like
on
them knowing you're a woman and then they like sliding your messages and I'm like they're like, hey, what's your social media? Like
Oh
no,
my God.
And it's like, hey,
No,
I don't
thank
use
you.
that shit. It's none of your business.
Yo,
I'll be getting them, bro. These young kids. So, dude talking, he be talking trash. You talk trash, I'm gonna look up your stats and I'm gonna post it to you and I'm gonna send it to you. And
what's this?
and the dude was like, "How'd you find my stuff?" I'm like, "Bro,
It's not
on
that hard.
R6 Tracker. It's not that hard. Just type in your name and every game you done played, I done found your stats in it. Who's trash now? I'd be like, who's nigga bitch now?"
The proof is in the pudding.
All right, you calling me garbage? Look at you. You got a KD. Your KD is it's not even age. Your age limit. What are you talking about?
I mean, age limit. That's
Ew.
fucking wild. But yeah, it's
They be like,
just
I have a 4.7 KD, bro. Shut up.
No,
Survey
never.
says that's a lie.
mhm.
That's
outta
a
here.
lie.
You know the
What's
most
your rank?
you know the most spiteful shit I've done to a rando? I just be reporting shit. Just because I just do some most spiteful shit. Like I'm gonna report you.
Sometimes people need to be reported.
That's true.
Sometimes they deserve it.
Your name alone sometimes might get you reported.
Yeah, just the names alone.
No.
Don't lie.
Seriously.
Some people know better.
Seriously.
Like their names, their voice be pissing me off. I'm like, yeah, you get reported because your voice. Your voice just pissed me the fuck off. I don't know
Bro, I'm
why.
not even doing that.
That's terrible.
Not reporting because your voice annoying. Like
Yeah, bro, it should be annoying too. Like, especially playing with randos where like you can hear everything in their fucking background with it in the mic. I'm like, bro, turn that bitch off.
yeah.
Or they play some
I
trash
hate
ass
that.
music, trying to rap and
Right.
sing. It's like, shut the
And
hell
then
up. Like,
oh
And
my
then we was in
god.
that era. We was in that era when everybody was freaking listening to "They Not Like Us." That's all you fucking heard in that background. I'm like,
Mhm.
bro, you finna be dead, bro. You keep playing. All right, don't worry about it. I ain't even giving no type of call out. Matter of fact, I'm finna bait you. If you down, I'm not reviving you. I'm just gonna put a claymore
like
right
playing that
beside your
song
body.
alone, you dead.
Right, right.
And
And
then,
that's the first thing I hear. Nope, it's a wrap.
and then, of all things though, like they be having a full blown conversation on somebody on the phone, and you hear that person through their fucking phone. Like, bro, turn your mic off. No one want to hear your
Why are you
conversation.
on the mic on the phone? Like,
I
for
don't-
what reason? For what
Hey.
reason are you doing
I don't
that?
care.
Like,
I don't care
one
who
thing,
got
if you
something,
like
I don't
talking to
care.
chat, I could see somebody talking to chat while they're on their headphones. Okay, cool. I'm a streamer. I can tell that you're talking to chat. But you on the phone, you just taking it too far.
And then you
like,
get, and then you
taking it
and then
too
you
far.
hear it, and then you hear their and then you hear the person on the phone. Like, bro, no one cares about your conversation.
I don't care what time Johnny got to go to work. You need to be getting off the game so you can go to bed.
And they be saying the most craziest shit through the mic while on the phone. They be spilling all the tea.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, baby. You know,
That's like
the
people
baby
being
daddy
on
got herpes.
speakerphone
I'm
in
like,
public.
That's what tell
I was like, damn.
That's why I be telling my mom, like, bro, I tell my mom, like, take your phone off a speaker while we in public. Nobody don't need to know your conversation, whoever you have your phone on. Keep that shit. Don't put on speaker when you're in public. Don't. 'Cause you don't know who's listening. You know, some people are just very.
Because I be listening. You got your phone on speaker in
Word.
public. I'm in your business.
Which means
I
it's
know
everybody's
everything.
business.
And I'm
And
joining
then I'm
in the
gonna tell
conversation.
somebody. I'm gonna go home and be like, I was in the store and
Yeah.
I heard it. And I'm gonna tell your whole business to somebody that don't give a damn because you made me
Sure.
listen to it. So now somebody else gotta listen to it. Now your business is just in the streets, okay? Don't
Mhm.
mess around and say no names because I'm gonna remember the names too. I'm gonna say
I
that shit
swear.
to somebody. Cause don't
swear.
be on the phone.
Mhm.
I think
I'ma
people
join
be
in
wanting
on the
people in their
conversation.
business though.
I'm gonna
Exactly.
join in
You
on it.
gotta be.
I'm like, you better get him, girl.
Especially black people too. I'm sorry to say that, but black people be everybody's fucking business. You can't tell nobody. You can't tell a black person shit, as far as I know. You know.
Yeah, don't let them be arguing because I for sure be like, yeah, you tell them.
Oh man, when I used to live in them apartments and townhouses and stuff, when you hear the motherfuckers going off outside, everybody be peeking through the window, like, oh, they arguing again. Oh, they fighting again.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I'm nosy as hell. Tell them to listen to everything. Like, wait, what's going on?
All right.
They be so
I'm
loud the
putting-
whole block can hear it.
I'm putting
It's
the
like,
TV
okay.
on mute. I'm putting TV on mute. I'm looking at the patio.
Mhm.
They're like, damn, bro, what the hell going on?
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. Them rando when you play games, but you gotta be real mindful because these motherfuckers are ruthless, and y'all won't be saying this shit in real life. Everybody real gangster online on voice chat until you meet them in real life. They ain't about that lifestyle now.
Yep, screen thugs at its
Do internet
finest.
beef.
Hmm?
Little
I can't do
screen thugs.
internet beef.
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying, man. It just everybody just so tough out here. Man.
Like, y'all thugs on screen, but you're not about it in person.
Hell no.
All right.
Hell no, not at
Can't
all.
do internet beef, man. I take shit too far.
Yeah,
I like real life beef. I can't.
yeah, I
I
don't do
can't do internet beef.
Yeah, I don't do internet beef either. You know, it's pointless. Like, what's the point of arguing on the internet for, and then putting your business on the internet for? It don't make no fucking sense. It really don't.
If you're not gonna send me your address, don't beef with me online.
Exactly.
Seriously.
Right.
If
Yeah.
you're not trying to organize a meetup spot so that we can have a duel at dawn, it's no fucking reason. Like, I'm just don't beef with me on the internet unless you want to have a duel, unless you want me to pull up, unless
Why
you
Nightbot
about to pull
acting up again?
I don't know.
We just not.
I really don't know.
We just not doing that. Especially don't be in the city and think you about to beef with me on the internet. You in the city beefing with me on the internet? I'm coming to your house. I'm coming. Let's hold that thought. Keep that same energy. I'm on the way.
It's like
No
you better
way.
learn how to fight too. Especially you pull up somebody's crib, you better learn how to fight. Don't pull up at somebody's crib that you can't fucking fight. Then you'll make yourself look like an asshole even more. For real, for
Hey,
real.
what you
Like,
eating?
huh?
Man, what you eating?
Egg roll.
What kind of egg roll?
I don't know.
She don't know. She
She
just,
said, I don't know, but it's good and I'm eating it.
Damn.
Chicken and bean sprouts.
Oh, okay.
I don't like egg rolls that don't have bean sprouts. Like I feel like if it's an egg roll that has cabbage, that's a spring roll. Like that's not an egg roll. That's a spring roll. And if
Oh.
it's a spring roll, I don't really want it.
I don't know. I don't trust them egg rolls at them Chinese stores now. Them Chinese food stores.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe the one I had
That mean you
before.
don't trust egg rolls, cause what
Where
egg
you
rolls?
get your egg
You
from?
won't
Where
get
you get your egg rolls from?
Huh?
Yeah, like
Where you
if
get
you
yours
don't get them
from?
from Chinese food, where do you get them from?
I don't really eat like egg rolls like that though. I remember the one that I had before was just mad greasy, and I ain't like it. It was just mad greasy.
Oh yeah, they
Oh,
do
yeah.
tend to be a little greasy.
Yeah,
So
but
sorry.
no, that's okay, Pink. Welcome back. Welcome back. We were just talking.
Thank you.
We were just talking about people pulling up and this, that, and the third. And if you're tough, pull up. If not, shut up.
Basically talking about these little screen thugs that want to yap a lot behind the screen, but not about it in person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that leads me to another question to you,
With the
Pink.
fingers.
So, how do you handle negative feedback or trolls during your streams?
I'm sorry. Dre, I thought you was about to say, how do you handle niggas?
Oh, I'm sorry.
It
Did I,
sounded like you was going to say that.
That too. No.
That too, right?
I don't know. Honestly, I have a good mod team around me, so a lot of times I don't even see it. But if I do see it, I kind of just like, a lot of the stuff I've grown numb to from my COD days. I'm like, these people, they don't know me.
mm-hmm.
Why am I gonna take something some internet random says seriously? That I know that they would never say to my face. That I know if they did ever say it to my face, it would be a problem, but they wouldn't.
Oh.
So I just kind of just like look at it and just like, I think to myself, how miserable must this person's life be? Where they think that it's so funny, I'm gonna go into chat and just
They're going to keep keyed up while they typing on that keyboard and want to say some nonsense.
I'm just like, how miserable must that person be?
Very.
It's not a lot of times it's not worth it. That's it. I just try to just like,
Nah,
oh,
I feel
It's
get
like
out
you're
here.
irrelevant. Good night. Bye your
Yeah,
life.
exactly. Because at the end of the day, these people don't pay these troll people don't pay my bills. You don't know me. You don't know what you're talking about. You're probably living some sad existence somewhere doing, who knows what. I let it just into the wind. As my pastor would say, I don't receive this and just let it go.
That's good because not I'll be saying just ignore it. Some people just can't ignore it. They just play along with it, and then sometimes once they catch you, you lost. You just gotta ignore that shit.
Oh
That's
my
it.
gosh.
Right.
I had a stream one time where I was like building Gunpla, and this guy hopped in the chat. He's like, I got a question for you. And I was like, all right, shoot. So he said something like he had asked me like this weird ass penis size question, right?
I was there.
And I was just like, can you just not do that? Can you just not? And I was like, it's like 12 o'clock in the afternoon. He's like, it's like 1 o'clock where I am. I was like, but can you just turn the horny off?
So
Yeah, I was like, so can you just turn the horny off? And he was just like, he pretty much was just like, okay. And then he was like normal the rest of the time.
That is wild, bro.
let me say that question. Can you turn your horny off? Noted.
Okay.
The rest of the stream, he just is like a regular participant. I was like, not you turned out to actually be kind of cool. Like, you almost got banned. You almost got fucking banned in the chat. And you're actually a normal person. Like, I was just like, you're risking it for what reason?
And I was a mod for Mel stream too. I was about to ban his ass too. I'm like,
he don't even realize he was about to get banned so hard that he just started being normal. And it was so shocking that he was just kind of like, you know what? Okay. Like,
let me stop.
At least he was able to tone it down upon, first time asking him. I get that most people that, they're very persistent and quite pushy. So at least dude was able to knock it down some notches.
See, I love banning people.
right.
I love banning people.
Oh, I know you do.
I love
Turned it off.
I love banning people. I literally give them a legit countdown. I'll be like 5, 4, in chat too.
Not the countdown.
Yes, in
I
chat
don't get
too.
no countdowns. You just gonna look and not even know what happened. Wait, who got banned? Why?
But yeah,
I don't even say nothing. I just do it.
I love banning people. That's just the most fun part for me.
There is another, like, what Melly was saying, that I think that, like, harassment in that kind of way, like, any sexual harassment, that will get to me more than the regular kind of harassment. That's crazy to say, but it's the truth. And the other thing, and maybe it's just me, I cannot stand when the people come to the chat and they're like, "Hi." Like, okay, hi, how are you? How long have you been streaming? I already know. I already know what you're gonna ask. I don't need any emotes made. Please don't say it. And they'll be like, but,
Oh, I already knew where you were going. As soon as you said, "Hi, how are you? How long have you been?" Every time they ask that, "How long have you been streaming?" Ban. Goodbye.
Nah,
I don't want your work. I do my own stuff. I'm good.
Nah, y'all want to hear a story? Y'all want to hear a story, right?
yes.
So during one of my streams, right? Well, I hear myself echo all of a sudden now.
It's Lex's speakers are too loud.
Is either that or
My speakers. It's not even, bro.
See, look. Don't say nothing, Lex. Now talk, Dre.
hello?
You see how her thing is lighting up green around it? It's because it's picking up the audio.
And it should not be. I literally have the suppression and shit on. This is actually like getting on my nerves, and I'm not trying to.
And you're right. This hasn't happened before, and I've never seen.
No, like all of a sudden, this is a new issue. Like, what's up?
Hey, if you don't have audio issues, you are not a streamer.
You are not. But anyway,
You are not.
But anyway, right? During one of my streams, I had a graphic designer coming to my stream like, "Hey, I'm like, I already know what the person's about to say. I'm like, I'm not interested. He said, "Well, if you ban me, I'm gonna hit you with follow bots." He said, "If you ban me, I'm gonna hit you with follow bots." I'm not paying attention to this shit. Banned him. As soon as I got that, as soon as I banned him, a whole bunch of follow bots just start following. I'm like, oh shit, he wasn't fucking around.
No.
I'm like, of all the times I had graphic designers coming to my stream, this had to be the first time somebody really hit me with follow bots after I banned a graphic designer. It was like a good more than 10 follow bots, but I had Survey-bot to knock them all down and remove them off the rip. So I'm like, y'all some real spiteful ass motherfuckers, yo. Like, damn. So y'all probably got banned all this time until like, all right, cool, you banned me, I'm about to hit you with follow bots. Knowing me,
Yeah,
I
he
said
got banned several times because he was too ready. He was too ready to
hell
go.
yeah.
Shout out to Survey-bot though.
Yeah, shout out to Survey-bot. I'm like, damn, that shit wild. I never had some shit like that happen to me in my life.
That's crazy.
Bad,
I was like actually talking to a graphic designer one time. Like I was like, all right, like maybe I'm gonna see what you about. You know what I'm saying? Let me give you a little. They was like 2 bands. I was like, listen, no, there's no way I can afford to. Do you see how many followers I got? I don't got no 2 bands for no damn graphic design. I'm sorry. I'm sure your work is your work, and you prize your work, and you price your work accordingly to the effort that you got to put in. But for me, I can't do it. They was like, I could put you on a payment plan. I was like, dog, no.
But
Now,
wait,
Payment plan is crazy.
time out. Who the hell is charging $2,000 to get this shit done as a graphic designer? Like, that shit better be at least 3D and magical and shit like that. I'm not paying no $2,000.
I don't know. But they do like the person they also do like VTuber rigging. And I know that like when people start having the ability to do that VTuber rigging and stuff like that, they be charging a lot of money because I guess that's complicated or it's hard to do. So like they think that they could just charge in general because maybe they make that money from like serious VTubers. I don't know.
Man, they good.
Maybe
Man, they can get the fuck on with that shit. I'll tell you that.
maybe talking to each other in the wind. Like I got custom emotes. I paid fucking $50 for my custom emotes.
Exactly.
Like,
if I'm paying $2,000,
like I got a whole slew of them I got like 100 and fucking something emotes for 50 bones. Like, yeah, bro, that's my price market right there.
Exactly.
Anything above that is just too much.
Exactly. And besides, they be charging too much money for some bullshit ass designs. It'd be like, yeah, I'm not with it, bro. I'm sorry. $2,000, fucking crazy.
$2,000 is crazy. Like $2,000, like you don't have to damn near like I don't know. You would have to revamp my entire. Like I can't even
For
tell you what
free.
you would have to do for me to feel comfortable paying 2 bands. Like
Exactly.
I can't even tell you what kind of service you would have to provide for me to be like 2 bands. That's a deal. Like no, bro, I can't even.
You better give me
I
like
don't know.
you better give me some free revisions if I'm paying that $2,000 for a lifetime.
Like you gonna have to just be my graphic designer for life. Every time I need a new
Right.
emo, I need to just be able to hit your ass up. Every time I need a
Overnight.
new
Exactly.
yes,
I want that shit done in less
new
than 24
overlay.
hours.
I want to wake up and be like, so listen, I came up with this idea, and I want you to just crank that shit out immediately. Since I'm
Right.
paying you 2 bands, like
I swear, bro. I'll be honest. I understand you trying to hustle, but sometimes people hustles be unrealistic as a motherfucker. Like, you catch me, you miss me with the bullshit on that. Miss me with the bullshit. And I wish somebody charged me. I remember like seeing videos people paying like $150, $100 for a haircut. I'm like, who paying that much for a
$100
haircut?
for a haircut is crazy.
To get a shape up and get a haircut and a shape up and this, that, and the third. I'm like, bro, I could get that shit for like $20.
My haircut is $50, and guess who not getting a haircut no more?
Wait, you said 50, 50?
50. Now don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. The cut be cutting, okay? That boy be but I can't. I just can't. Like I'm like, I'm gonna just grow my hair back. Fuck it. I already gotta buy hair stuff. I got a daughter, so I'm already buying hair supplies. I could do my own hair for free 99. Free 99.
I ain't paying no damn $50 for no damn haircut. I think the
50 for a haircut is crazy.
I think
But then you go to the barber that charge 20 and you be like, that's what I get. That's what I get.
Mm-hmm. And you know, I go to Dominicans. I go to the Dominicans. They be cutting my hair good. Well, shaving my head. I can't say cut.
And I went to the first time I ever got my hair cut, a Dominican man cut my hair. When I say he was like, you should go to the ladies. I was like, I want my hair cut off. He did not cut all my hair off. He refused to cut it off the way I wanted to. He did a good job, but he did not. He was like, yeah, no.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, listen.
He was afraid.
Excuse me, Poppy. You cannot tell me what to do with my hair. He was like, no. Like, he flat out was like, this is as short as it's going. And I was just like, I just got to take the L and leave now because this granddaddy is not cutting my hair off, bro. Like, he just refused to do it. And I was just so, like, he was like, nah. So, no, I'm not going to the Dominicans to get my hair cut because they going to tell me no. No,
Damn.
thank you.
Mm-mm. Yeah, the only reason why I go to my Dominicans is because in my city we don't really have a lot of black barbers in my city. Remind you, I live in Jersey. I live in New Brunswick, and the majority in my city is mostly Hispanics, Mexicans, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, whatever. They got everything from bodegas to supermarkets to barbers, restaurants. I'm like, damn, where everything black at? Where the black stores at? Not. I probably see like at least one or two, but yeah. Shit crazy out here.
I
They
can't
mix in
relate.
there.
My haircut
I
15
look
dollars.
like, see, listen. I wish. I wish. I was just telling somebody the other day that I've never experienced being a minority. Like, I know that in America, I'm a minority,
Mm-hmm.
but in Detroit, in the metropolitan Detroit area, black people are not the minority. We are not the minority. And I like, it's odd to be a black person and not have experience being a minority in that space. So like I be real pinky up about shit sometimes. Like I be real superior feeling about shit sometimes because I be like, yeah, can't tell you I felt that. Don't know what that's like. Like, oh, we don't do that where I'm from. Like, I don't know. Like, you know, like people like white people calling you like niggers and shit. You would never, because I'm gonna beat you to a pulp. Like they're not that's dangerous. That's dangerous to do here. Like outward racism in Metro Detroit is very hazardous to your health. So like people don't do it because they
Mhm.
will not make it out. So like I don't have a lot of like those not being able to find a black barbershop, not being able to find like clothes that fit me, not being able to like I have a in terms of like privilege, I live a very like privileged existence being in a mostly black city.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go use the bathroom real quick. So I'll be right back. So y'all can just continue without me. I'll be right back.
I got a question though for you, Pink. What is your least favorite game mechanic?
My least favorite game mechanic. I'm trying to think because I do play like a wide variety of games. Okay. So wait. Okay, so let's go back to Power World, right? I don't like the way they have like the food spoiling mechanic in that game. It's like you get your little pals. I mean, you ask your pals nicely if they feel like grabbing food for you. And you store it in this refrigerator thing and it just spoils. And that gets on my nerves. As far as like other games, I don't know, since I play like shooters and stuff, the sounds, like not being able to hear my enemies sometimes, that will really it will really ruin a game. There's no reason why, and the game shall not be named, but we all know what it is. There's no reason why I shouldn't be able to hear footsteps coming up right behind me when in other games like COD you hear footsteps from all the way across the map, you know, Charlie incoming at 12 o'clock, hundreds of yards away.
Right.
That just, it's like, I've been playing this game for like 2 years now. And for there to still be sound issues in that caliber of a game, like multi-millions and millions breaking in, there's no excuse. Absolutely no excuse.
I feel that. I think my least favorite game mechanic is enemies that respawn after you heal yourself. Like if I go heal myself somewhere, obviously I needed to heal. Like if all my enemies come back because I healed myself and then it just puts me right back in the same spot I was in when I went to heal myself, then it's like, what the fuck is this? Like that's my least favorite game mechanic for sure. It's just the respawning of like me trying to do something and my enemies, all every last one of them come back. Like no. Hate that.
That's a good question.
Thank you. You're muted, Dre.
I forgot. All right, y'all hear me now?
I don't like that. I do not like that. I do not like you sticking your finger in that fucking. It looks like you just stuck your finger in a belly button or something. Oh god.
My bad. I forgot I had my shit muted. But anyway.
Wait.
You good now?
No.
But anyways, my least game mechanics is just like what Pink said. It's the whole footsteps thing, especially playing Apex. Like you can't really hear nobody footstep, no enemy footsteps when they coming by. Like it be catch you by surprise and shit like that. I'm like, yo, I ain't hear no footstep. Where everybody at? Like where they come from? That's one thing I just hate.
How are you supposed to defend yourself if you can't hear somebody like right behind you? Like
exactly.
What is supposed to be the indication that there's somebody right near you if you can't hear them? Like how is that supposed to work?
I don't know.
I feel like, because you know how in Fortnite, you know, however many seasons back, they added that indicator thing where you can tell where the footsteps are coming back. I feel like that was very inclusive. Okay. So, like, say if I was a little bit hearing impaired and I turned that footstep indicator on, that'd be better.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if Apex were to implement something like that, it could help so much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Definitely Apex need to fix the audio problem. So that's all I gotta say. Especially in this season, because I played this season's Apex, they definitely need to fix the audio issues.
So that's more like a lack of a game, like a lack of a game mechanic. Like it's like missing. It's a missing game mechanic.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
That
Just
is weird though for a shooter. Like that's actually very odd to not be able to hear your
hmm
enemies, like, or like no indication. Like I could see if you had like a radar on your screen at all times or something, like
hmm
then it would make sense, I guess, more to not be able to hear them because there's the visual element there. But like, yeah, you guys are not giving me any like incentive to play Apex. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. especially even not that fast paced with Apex, then yeah, don't play. It's very fast paced. Especially when it comes to like every day, 3 to 4 different teams in that one spot. Oh boy, you gotta be quick with it. Especially
See,
knowing
I'm like
everybody's
a
abilities
team
too.
deathmatch girly. I don't like a bunch of like hoopla. Like, no, I want to be you, us. I shoot you, you shoot me. We're done. Like, I
Mhm.
want to be
We're
straight and
done.
to the point.
And
Yeah,
then
like I don't want all that.
Apex got the abilities too with different legends, so it's like that's another added thing that you gotta be mindful of too.
I love that part.
What the abilities?
Yeah, I do. I do. Thinking about which team makes for the best, like, cohesive, just to like playing to people's different. I love the strategy part of Apex.
You can love it or you can hate
I
it.
some days some days I love to hate it. Hate to love it.
It's a love and hate relationship. You love it
It
when
really is.
you love it when you use it against other players, but you hate it when other players use it against you.
There you go. That's a good one.
Exactly. Especially in rank, man. They be on that shit heavy. Like if
Mm,
you know, they be on that shit heavy.
mm. I do. I do because we just made it to plat the other night, and the last game we played. I wish I could go back and highlight that. Oh, I wish I could go back and highlight that. Like I'm a Lifeline main, but I main like a lot of other characters. That
Mm-hmm.
game I was playing Lifeline, and a lot of people don't take the different risks that I take to res somebody. And I mean res like off the ground or res them like after they're boxed, like after they're dead.
Mm-hmm.
So it was the final circle, and they're like, I believe there was 3 teams, and it was just me and another person. Our third had died. I had already res them once, like before, way in the game, so it was a time. But there's 3 teams fighting each other, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna stick this res. So in the middle of all of the teams fighting, they're not paying attention. I pulled off the res, and we almost won that, but we knocked out 2 of the other teams, and it was just
I think
it
I
was
was
I love that stuff.
I think I was there. I was in stream. I was in your stream
Yeah.
while probably seen that. But yeah, that was a good game though. Definitely a good game. So speaking about like the whole gaming industry and stuff like that, streaming industry, whatever. So how do you see the future of content creation and streaming evolving?
I'm gonna take a second to think about that one.
You want to come back? You want to come back to that one?
I no, I want to answer it. I How do I see the future? I don't know how I actually see it. I know what I wish would happen.
Okay, you can explain that. I mean, you wanna explain about it?
I just want to see a lot more Black creators coming together instead of the dissonances in our community. And nowadays you don't see it often. When I first started, it was pretty often. It's less now. I want everyone to know that there is literally space for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many individuals, uh you know, Sally down the street isn't about to like knock me off my platform because we're doing something similar. Sally is Sally and I'm me. um I just want, like, I want that harmony. I want And you know what? You know what? There's something else that I want to. Let me set up straight for this one. I want people to know that us moms are out here still gaming. Okay. People like to think, or society puts this pressure on us, or we feel like once we become a mom, we're not. You mean you're a mom and you play video games? Like, what? Go take care of your kid. How many times have you been gaming with your kid and heard some? Is that a kid in the background? Go take care of your kid, or something crazy like that. I want people to know. No, we're here. Life doesn't stop just after having kids. I can still have my hobbies. I can still have this as my profession.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I want people to understand, like I said, especially, um, mothers are underrepresented. Black mothers are underrepresented. We're still here. We're still doing our thing, and we're just as important as anybody else.
That is true. I've
Yeah,
seen,
for sure.
especially learning from you, from Pink and Mel. You know, y'all some very good streamers out here. Although y'all are moms at first, mothers comes first, but building the community, y'all being good streamers. I really respect y'all. For real, for real.
To carve that out, like I had to really because I noticed when after I had my kids, like both of them, like it was so much time that I took where I was not gaming, and like I was like realizing, I'm like, man, like who is this person? Like me without video games is not me. Like that's not me.
Mm-hmm.
So like when you're so hyper focused on these other lives and like taking care of other people and like making sure that your children are straight, like you, that's why they say a lot of times like moms lose themselves. Like they're the
Yeah.
things that make them them. It kind of goes by the wayside until you can kind of like get in the swing of things and like remind yourself like these are the things that make me me. Like you can't stop being you so that you can take care of other people because you're not giving those other people the correct version of yourself. So if you're angry because you haven't played the fucking game in 3 months, then you're running around being a bitch and your kids are like, damn, like what the fuck's wrong with you? And they have no idea that you're like sad because you haven't heard your PlayStation beep in fucking 3 months. So like it's just one of those things that like I had to really be like, nah, like I'm about to play the game. Like I have to like really tell myself like if you don't do you, if you're not you, then you're not the type of mom that you want to be like at all.
Yeah.
It's the
Definitely.
truth.
And going back to saying about like how black content creators need to be what you said what you said at first on Pink. I want to make sure
I just said more united because I
okay.
was sick of the division.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, like content creators, I just feel like everybody feel like they're in competition, which is not really true, but it kind of is by default. It's like especially with black content creators, I feel like we need to be more united, be more together. But like I said, it's a competition at the end of the day by default. And not many people see it like, not many people see it like, oh, we just trying to be together, band together, stuff like that is more of a competition.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like
I
we need,
think I think we should collab more. Like I think more people should just collab more. Like maybe, once you get to the point where you're actually like you can see that you're sharing your communities with people and you can see that there's space for both of you
mm-hmm,
and more of you, it'll feel more comfortable because like you said, like it is a competition just because like we're kind of like a niche group, but it's also not because I can see people from my community and in my like from my chats in other people's chats. Like
mm-hmm,
it's we all enjoy the same like fan base, I guess, or like group base. So it's
Mhm.
like it's fine. So I don't know. Maybe we should just collab more. Like maybe we should just spend more time actually working together to show that there's space. Because
mm-hmm.
you can say it, but then there's always gonna be those people that are like, they're watching this person, so they're not watching me, and this and that. Listen,
Yeah.
I be on multi Twitch with 8 fucking streams. I'll have 8 streams up at one time in 8 different chats. Like, what's up, y'all? Like, I'll be like, I might not hear what you said,
I'm
but
still
I
here.
can read the
Truth, I'm there.
But yeah, what I was gonna say
yeah.
too, when it comes to collaborating with other content creators and stuff like that, you gotta be real mindful who you collaborate with. You know, you just can't. Not all collabs is good collabs, to be honest with you. You know,
Fair.
Yeah.
That's
true.
very fair to say. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I understand that you want to, like, you know, collaboration is good and all that, but it's like you gotta be real mindful who you collaborate because sometimes people might have these spiteful ass tensions. You know, like
Yes, I agree. I say if you're gonna collab with someone, make it make sense.
yeah.
Don't just like scroll down the list and be like, "Oh, that one." It's got to be organic.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it's not, your community's gonna know us. Their community's gonna know us. You might have like more chance for like awkward moments, awkward interactions. Like make it organic. Don't just go seek a person out solely to collab with them. I would say if you see someone you're interested, if you're vibing with someone you really like being in their stream, then that would be like a kind of person that maybe you would want to collab with.
Cause you can't you can't just don't try to force it just because.
Exactly.
Don't try to force it because it looks good.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Cause I feel like I'll be seeing that shit too. I could be telling too, like you just forcing this shit. You don't really mean it. You just forcing it just because it just looks good as a bitch. But people just be forcing these collabs. It's like, nah, you can't really be doing that. That's why
No,
I'm
it's
like,
not a good look.
it's
And
not.
you can tell, like you said, like Pink said, like you can tell when it's not organic. Like
Mhm.
people vibe and then they don't. Like you can tell when people are vibing. Like and you can tell when people are just forcing it for sure.
Mhm.
And I'm a piggyback off of pretty much what y'all just said. No, first off, do your research before you even collab with someone. Do your research. See if you can actually vibe with them. See
Mhm.
how they interact with people. See how they interact with first-time chatters or whatnot. Really pay attention to how they interact and how they are as a person. If your intuition is telling you already, like let's say you see a red flag in that person, it's like, just go with it. Because if y'all decide to do a collab, it might be a problem.
Exactly.
And don't think that your community and their community is not going to see it. Everything is noticeable.
Mhm.
Ain't no hiding it. Your tone, your faces, everything.
Mhm. Especially people trying to rob people from your community, trying to take people from your community and this, that, and the third, just to be fucking spiteful. And it'd be like that
Like,
too.
yeah, like really study the person or people that you are collabing with. Like, don't be so quick to jump and say, "Hey, I want to collab with you."
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Take it
Community
slow.
scalping is insane. Like what do you
It happens. It really does happen.
That is crazy. Like, I just don't have the energy to be like, oh, you come to my stream, you can't stream. Like, bro, what? Like,
And sometimes people
that
don't be
doesn't make sense.
and sometimes people don't be hiding that shit either. They don't be even hiding that
That's
shit.
weird.
It's like if you're gonna collab with, genuine people, collab with them because you actually want to network and connect with them. Most importantly, develop a stronger bond. Don't sucker them in to steal people from their community.
That's why I try.
Right.
That's why I be like, that's why I be doing my research when it comes to like doing my podcast, because it'd be like I gotta get a real feel of that person first. If we could be vibing, I'll talk to you in chat, stuff like that, and then if I feel like I could ask you to come to my podcast, I will. If not, no, not really.
I'm not gonna lie though, it might be interesting one time to like get somebody in here that's just like that nobody really likes. Like I just feel like it would be like real interesting, like get them like everybody thinks it's all cool until we start asking them questions and then like it's not what we think. Like it would be interesting to see how we deal with that. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I'm gonna
Like,
tell y'all right now, I'm gonna be the first person to fail that because my face expression rats me away.
oh,
Y'all saw
I
when
already know. I already know. It's
y'all saw
ugly.
what happened today with my face when that audio issue. I was quiet and say, no, y'all just saw me.
I kind of look like, yeah, she kind of pissed. I'm like,
Oh, kind of. I was pissed.
I'm like, yeah, but yeah, just
Because of all days, it happens today. And if this never happened before, same
Like
method through the
streamer.
speakers, and I'm just like, okay. I'm glad Mel
Like
called it out,
streamer.
but it just pissed me off that this had to happen today at this time of all times.
Once again,
Knowing this is going on YouTube and Spotify, Apple, so I'm just like,
once again, just like Mel said, if you have technical difficulties, you are not a streamer. If you do not
Right.
have technical difficulties, you're not a streamer. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
that's like you automatically are like a tech specialist. Like, as soon as you stream, you automatically like I do that I'm a tech person for a living, and I still be like, nah, what the fuck? And I'd be like, how do people with no fucking computer knowledge whatsoever do this shit? Because I commend anybody who's not tech savvy that's a streamer for real. Because how I don't know how they do it. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
could only
Fair.
imagine just not being familiar with like PCs and then just like, oh, you just gonna stream? You gonna be a streamer? Okay.
Like, be ready, because they not. Like I said, when you go into streaming, it's not gonna be what you think it's gonna be.
Let me ask y'all a question
You're
real
gonna
quick.
have difficulties and all.
Let me ask y'all a question real quick. Anybody can ask this question. Answer this question. Have you ever been in somebody's stream where their audio is so fucked up that you want to tell them like, yo, try to fix your audio, like, yo, your
I tell them every time.
Oh, okay.
Every
Like,
time. I'm that
Yeah,
guy.
I'll let you know.
I be in the stream like, hey, I don't know if you know, but your
Yeah.
audio is not hitting right now. Like, because I want people to tell me.
mm-hmm.
So I will tell you, I would be like, hey, it's an echo,
Yeah.
or like your mic
Yeah.
popping, or I would tell people, because like you can get mad at me if you want, but then you're just gonna be mad at me and your audio is gonna be shit. So it's better for you to just listen.
Nah, I be like, yo, your game audio is mad. Like, your game audio is louder than your damn voice, or your voice is too damn loud that you can't even hear the game audio. You gotta have some type of balance into that, you know? And,
Yeah, for sure.
and like, I be trying to tell people, I'm like, if I try to tell you something, you get mad at me. I'm like, all right, go ahead. I'm trying to help you up, but go ahead and fuck up. Don't.
I'll have to tell
No,
people
they
that,
gonna and they
they're
gonna hear it
muted.
when they run that vibe back. Yeah, they're gonna know
Mm-hmm.
when they run that vibe. They're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, that was shitty," and they gonna be looking dumb.
And some people don't. And you know what's so crazy too? Some people don't even listen to their VODs like that afterwards. They just go about their day and just like, shit is cool.
But that's like, I feel like if you don't check your VODs, or if you don't like look at your highlights and your clips, then you're just a streamer. Like, you're not a content creator as
Mhm.
well. Because if you're a content creator, you care about the quality of your audio and your visual, and you're gonna check your stuff, and you're gonna go back and
Mhm.
like review. Like, even if you don't review every VOD, but like, to not know that your shit be fucking up and what you need to do next, like, you have not stepped into the content creator realm. Like, you're
Mm-hmm.
just a streamer, and that's
Mhm.
okay. Now, every streamer doesn't have to be a content creator, but I don't think you can call yourself a content creator if you're not concerned with the quality of like
Mhm.
what you put out.
And just like what
And I,
Boris. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I want to add to what Mel said. This is something that I usually do. I'm pretty sure other people do it too, but try your best to test your stuff beforehand. Like, if
Mhm.
you're about to go live or whatever, take an hour or 15 minutes or whatever, do test recordings.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
That's like your best bet. Now, you might still have some issues during the live stream, but that's why you take a few minutes at the start of your stream and say, hey, can you guys hear me? Sound check.
Mm-hmm.
And if
I
anything
always
pops up,
ask.
your viewers will tell you. So,
Mine have definitely told me, because I'm the queen of like going like this and being muted the whole time. They be like, "You did it again." Oh yeah.
like, I did it again.
I do that too. I be
I
all
be
in too. I've been to tell the whole story. Dre be
Right.
like, your mic is muted.
They be so mad because you're having a good ass conversation with your chat, and then it like a good 15, 20 minutes into your
And
chat,
they didn't hear a single thing.
and they got like, oh shit. They gotta say it all over again. It'd be good too. And then you gotta say it all over again. Once you unmute your mic, you gotta say this shit. You gotta say the same thing all over again. It might not even be the
It don't
same.
be just as good. It don't be just as good.
No.
I hate that
The
shit,
second
man.
time.
I hate it. I hate it, man.
Yeah. But
So,
see,
yeah,
here's my thing. This, with being a variety streamer, this is what's the problem for me, is that every game don't sound the same.
Exactly.
So
yes.
even if you run a test run, like if you switch games, now that next game volume might be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just this thing. Like, no matter what you do, that audio at some point is gonna fuck up. No matter what, you could
Mm-hmm.
be doing test streams. You could be asking people in chat. You could be But that shit, if it's gonna go wrong, it will go wrong. Like
Mhm.
just like you said earlier, Lex, like you've never had this problem before. Now it's like here it
Oh,
is. Here's the issue.
it
Like,
be. I'm telling you, man, it be like that. It definitely be like that. That shit sucks. Especially if you have all your audio correction sounds good and stuff like that, and then once you turn on your stream, it's all fucked up. All of a sudden.
Yep, it's like
yes.
just something was watching you and said, you know what, I'm gonna fuck this person's game audio up. I'm gonna make it louder than their voice. And it's like,
Mhm.
really?
As soon as you go live, you do a little test recording, it sounds great. You go
Mhm.
live, that should be like, oh, okay.
Mhm.
What happened here? Like
And sometimes,
Or somehow
it's
your
so
mic gets
annoying.
muted.
or sometimes like it's not even the game. It's not even the audio within the game. It's the audio within like the OBS that you gotta set up.
Yep.
You gotta
Especially after an
adjust.
update.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Oh, after an update, everything's fucked.
Mhm.
I
For
updated my
no
OBS. My Stream Deck stopped working. Like all my shit, my Stream Deck wasn't working. The plugins, I had to update the plugins for the stream. I was like, what the fuck? Like, cause like I had never experienced that. Like I've had OBS update before without
Mhm.
my Stream Deck needing to update, and I didn't figure that out until middle of a stream. I'm like pressing buttons. I'm like, what the fuck? Shit's not working. I'm like, oh fuck, OBS updated today. Like,
Mhm.
Dang.
So, Pink,
Yes.
what's your take on the current state of the gaming industry?
Can you be a little bit more specific?
Like gaming industry, like the gaming industry, like just gaming industry, like companies, laying people off, and some of these games they be good, they just
Hmm.
have poor sales. Do you feel like? Go ahead.
I don't know. I always wonder, why do games die off so suddenly, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm like, is it because of like, is it a consumer related? Like, are these games really that trash, or are we in a culture where we're always looking for bigger and better and more and next and this and that?
Mm-hmm.
So I can see it from both sides. And just the social media age, where if a big streamer is like, oh dude, that's so trash, there'll be so many people that will just take that word and be like, oh, I'm not gonna buy it.
Or when people,
I'm gonna take their word for gold, and I'm just not gonna.
or when people say, "Oh, this game is mid," when people say the game is mid, it's not trash. It's just not good, but it's not bad. It's just between the middle. When people say it's mid, people just consider it as trash, which is not true. You know what I'm
but
saying?
that's like one person's mid is like another person's like holy grail. Like, I don't
Exactly.
know. And as a streamer, if I don't see you play the game
Mm-hmm.
before you say it's trash, like if you don't show me that it's trash, I don't believe you. I don't believe, like, you have to show me that it's trash, because I might be looking at it like, damn, this kind of cold. You know what I'm saying? Are you sitting there like, oh, this is trash? I might be there like, no, it's not. Like, I want to play that. So if you're not gonna show
Exactly.
me and just be like, yeah, I was playing Star Wars Outlaws when I was not in the stream, I might not have even played it at all, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm hating because I'm not an Ubisoft partner. Everybody else is. So I'm gonna get on stream and be like, I hate this game. Like, bro, no. Like, because people are diabolical like that. Like, people really be hating, like,
Mm-hmm.
and I just don't have the energy for it. Like, even I seen a clip the other day of like Ninja like playing like the last um Fortnite update, and he was like complaining about it and like saying it was trash. It was so many people in the comments like, skills issue. You said the last one was trash. You said the last one was trash. This is actually really good. I really like this. Like, I like that people was like calling him out on it,
Mm-hmm.
and not just being like, he said he didn't like it, so I don't like it either. Like, yeah, no, fam.
Did y'all hear about that game Concord? Concord? You ever heard about that game? You ever heard?
Oh yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
What's that?
it's basically like a kind of like an Overwatch type of game, something like that.
Mm.
It was announced during the the Summer Game Fest. Was it the Summer Games Fest? Oh no, it was during the PlayStation State of Play this year.
Yes, it might have been something
Shit
different.
ass
I've heard of it.
showcase. I hated that showcase.
Yeah,
That was the worst showcase
was
I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Yeah, it was during that showcase with Silent Hill. That was that showcase.
Oh,
yeah.
I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
I
So
know what you're talking about
basically, the game came out August 23rd. They just now shutting down yesterday, September 6th. They shut down the game.
Wow.
So the game been out for 2 weeks. Shut that shit down forever.
Yeah. And that was just sudden, like no warning. And just like, oh, we're shutting it down. It's like,
Oh no,
damn. Like,
they gave
I just
it
heard
was
about
warning.
the game.
Yeah, they warned people that the game was gonna shut
Yeah,
down.
but not everybody gets the warnings though in time. So
That's
some
true.
people are
All
like, what
that
the hell?
time and energy to shut
For
down
2
the
weeks?
game.
That game been developed for 8 years, just for it to be shut down within 2 weeks.
What the fuck? Why? Because
Because
nobody was playing it?
yeah, which is poor sales. And then on Steam,
I mean, they had shit marketing. Because I forgot about it because it was in the showcase next to Silent Hill.
mhm.
And why wouldn't I forget about it? It's a game that's like other games that I don't play. There was no marketing. I haven't seen that game anywhere. I've only seen it in the PlayStation showcase. Like, why are you not marketing your hard work? Their marketing team failed them real bad because
and then he
what
worked
the
on
fuck? Like,
That's sad.
and then he worked on the game for 8 years, and it did so bad, it only went live for 2 weeks. That's wild.
Just for this to be the end result.
Mhm.
That's
I mean,
that I don't know. I feel like if I was a game dev, that might be my 13th reason, dog. I ain't gonna hold you.
And then
like, that might have been it. Like 8 years of my life for you to scrap it in 2 weeks.
And then for PC via Steam, they had less than 1,000 concurrent streams or some shit like that on there. So it's like, yeah, all that hard work for nothing. All that hard work for nothing. And people say it was a good game too. People say it was a good game. It just didn't reach the expectations, especially with Kill the Justice League, Suicide Squad. People people got laid off because of that game because it wasn't making no good sales. You know what I'm saying? It was just for me. I played Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. That game is just, to me, it's just too repetitive. Like, do the same shit over and over and over again. You get tired of it. I get tired of it. I stopped playing that game. And the DLCs, when they come up with different content for that game, didn't really bring me back to it. So yeah, it's just like,
We have the attention spans of goldfish. Like, I think that with the repetition of things, like even playing games like Destiny or like anything to me where you have to go and complete like a mission of like waves,
mhm.
and there's nothing else in the game besides waves. Like for even like Helldivers, like Helldivers is fucking chaotic. That's why you can keep your attention in it because it's just chaotic as fuck, and you're like dying, and it's all these just like it's just a lot going on.
Mhm.
But the actual I'm going in, I'm dropping, I'm shooting, I'm leaving. It's like what else? Like where's the substance? Like
there's a lot of games this year that's dying down. Like Exafire, that shit is slowly dying down. Suicide Squad, dying down. Concord, that shit completely shut off in 2 weeks. That's wild. Like, you never heard that game? What's that game called? That game that was like one of the worst games of 2023. The day before.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I thought it was either the day before or the day after.
The day before. And that game lasted for like a good 45 days. You telling me that game lasted longer than Concord? That is wild to me. Like, damn. And
they shouldn't have gave
I
it
miss
that
that game.
fast.
And the day before was a very good game when it first came out. And then when I realized after multiple delays over and over and over again, I'm like, yeah, this shit about to be ass. But yeah,
I'm tired of getting a piece of a game. I'm tired of paying for a game or downloading the game, and it's just a piece of the game. All these goddamn DLCs, dog. Like, give me the fucking game. I want it all at one time. Give it to me.
And yeah,
then when I get,
and then once you
after
get it all,
3 months or something, then give me some more. But don't be like, oh, this is just 1/3 of the game, bro. Give me the fucking game.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and I want to add something to that too, because I'm sick of that too. And half the time when they realize it, let's say, betas, like that's like the biggest thing, like the biggest test run for games now.
Mm-hmm.
You play it, it's good, and then let's say not many people played it or it doesn't meet the expectations of the developers or whatever, then they go to change the shit, and then the game comes out to be total ass.
Right.
Because you relied on the beta rather than release the game as a whole and actually allow for people to play games like how we did when we was kids.
Mm-hmm. And the crazy the crazy thing about that too, when it comes to betas, like some games you gotta pre-order to play the beta, just get early access. I'm like, I'm not about to pre-order a fucking game to get early access.
Yeah, it's like, what's the point?
I could just wait until the open beta. You know what I'm saying?
Even
Even
the
by
beta and I pre-ordered it and it sucks. Then I'm like pissed. Like,
that's
why
why
did I do this?
sometimes when you like pre-order these games to get early access, you gotta wait a couple of days because once you get a game early access, especially when it comes to like with servers and shit like that, servers be all fucked up. And then you're gonna be waiting for like a day or two.
They go to changing shit, patching shit,
The
taking
internet
things
might have
out.
been one of the worst things to happen to video games. To
Internet?
be honest, like the
Look,
internet, because before the internet, you could not release a game and not give me the whole fucking game. I had to have it all on a disc. It's on a disc. This is the
It was
entire
one and
game on this
done.
disc,
Mhm.
and this is it. You don't get to say, oh, you know what, I'm about to release a third of the game. Y'all don't know it's a third of the game. You think you got the whole game. But for me, I know it's a third of it. And I got fucking 2 more DLCs for y'all. That's going to be the completion of the game. You couldn't do that before. Like,
because back in
you had to
2000,
give somebody.
They spoil it now. Like, there's no anticipation anymore because now they're just like, hey, we're going to release this. And it's like,
What you
why?
mean you gonna release it? Like,
It's like, why? It's not even the full game. That's only like that's only not even a quarter of the game. That's like maybe a good fifth of the game. And then you're gonna change it and that not even be in the game. That's a DLC that we played and we didn't know. Come again?
You know what? Back then, like,
come again.
you know what I miss about the old days? Back like in the 2000s, like the PS2, GameCube, Xbox era, like the original Xbox era. There was no type of updates, no type of patches. You might have like bugs and glitches every now and then, but like back then you didn't have to worry about no updates, no patches, none of that stuff.
See, but the glitches and stuff were bearable though. We were able to get around it at that time.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the game, they took time with their games. Obviously, prices and stuff were more fairer then and all that, of course. But it was a one and done product.
Yep.
And it was beautiful.
And there was no DLCs at that time either. There was no DLCs.
Exactly. No betas, no pre-orders. It was just the game comes out, you get it when you get it, and it might go on sale seasonal or whatever. That's about it.
You know, back then we had like, we buy like, it was fun buying the physical copies of the game because you got the disc and you got the little booklet. Or you might like some game you might have like the poster that comes with it. Nowadays you go to these
Still got my Skyrim map on my wall. That little map in that background underneath that big tall thing. That's that's my original fucking Skyrim map. I put that bitch on there. That shit's been on my wall for the past 12 years. And then now in that same spot.
And nowadays you go to GameStop or some shit like that, you buy a physical copy, it just give you the fucking game disc. There's no booklet. Or
there's no case, no booklet, no extra goodies, no codes for other games, no pizzazz, nothing.
Upstairs, I got my Final Fantasy 12 collector's edition with the steel case, booklet, everything all inside of that. I would not get that with Steam.
Yeah, you can, because everybody buy games digital now. It's more accessible. But back then,
that digital game shit is what allows these people to not do a full development of a game because they know they can always go back and add it. Like, and even like DLC really honestly and truly should be some extra shit. Like, even think about like The Witcher. That whole game is the whole game. It's the entire game. Those DLCs are actual additions to the game. It's not, oh, this should be part of the story. It's like, no, this is like post-story content. Or like fucking extra dating sim content or something like that. It's things that are mechanics and they expound upon mechanics in the game instead of expounding upon the game itself.
You know what game that really be pissing me the fuck off, but I like playing it, but it really pisses me the fuck off when it comes to the DLCs and stuff like that? It's The Sims 4. Like, bro, who the fuck buying all these DLCs for Sims 4? I'm not doing that. Like,
Simmers are doing it. They're buying it with smiles on their faces, and that's why they keep fucking doing it.
That's true.
It's the Simmers.
There's like 100 plus.
They love it.
There's like 100 plus DLCs with Sims 4. I'm like, yeah, that's not.
And that's why you don't have Sims 5. And that's why you don't. That's why we are still waiting on Grand Theft Auto 6, because you get to just keep giving me shit with the same game. You keep giving me more.
That's
and more
a really good point that you guys are making, points that I didn't even think of, because I don't play that many like games that do have DLC, but I'm thinking of it now and I'm like, why would they give us complete games when we keep paying for incomplete games and paying for additional stuff for those incomplete games?
And battle passes on top of that. Just to get extra shit.
Don't get me started with this battle pass shit.
Don't get me started on the battle pass. Oh my god.
Wait, friends.
Even think about it like this, Dre. Think about it like this. My PlayStation is constantly in fucking standby mode. Why? Because that's the only way I can make sure I turn my shit on and I get to play the fucking game. But that puts my
Right
system
away.
in jeopardy
Yeah.
because it's always on. Because if I turn my
Mm.
shit on, if I have my game off, shut down, and I turn my shit on and I see update 3 hours, I'm going to like, fuck you mean?
That reminds me, I
It's
turned my
nothing worse on
PS5
this
off just now too.
planet.
I just had to turn my
That's what I'm
PS5
saying.
just
Like,
off.
it's nothing worse. And this is one of the things that pushed me away from Call of Duty, made me uninstall that shit from my system. It's nothing worse than getting on to play a game and that shit say it's got an update that's gonna take 2 hours. It's nothing worse than that, because what do you mean? What do you mean? I
Not to
wanna play
mention
this
the
shit,
amount
right?
of not to mention the amount of gigabytes this shit takes up now.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Nah.
Over
Let's talk
over
about that
100
too.
gigs. Over 100 gigs is in. So you telling me when I buy my PlayStation, that shit got 500 gigs on it?
Mhm.
I have to give you 100 of them mugs.
It
And
reminds
you
you.
gonna keep sending me
Hold up,
updates?
hold
You
up,
gonna
hold up.
keep sending me more?
Hold up. Just the PS5 comes with 1 terabyte off the rip. Just the internal, without the M.2. It's 1 terabyte, right? Remind
But
you gotta update your PS5. You know that shit still
It
takes
doesn't,
like.
but it doesn't come with 1 free terabyte. It's a terabyte that holds your system on there. So that doesn't count. That doesn't count. Remember, that terabyte
Otherwise-
initially has the
Mhm.
operating system on it. So you don't get to count those gigs. That's not yours. That's
I heard
not
that-
yours. to do what you
otherwise,
want
why
with.
would we need extended storage still?
And guess what? You know how much the gigabytes it is for Black Ops 6 this year? It's supposed to be at least over 200 gigabytes.
That's insane.
Mm.
Over
But it's not. What's crazy is that it's not that insane, because the shit already was 100. So what's another 100? Fuck it.
That's why it's important. That's why, like, if you're gonna buy a M.2 storage device for your PS5, don't get a 1 terabyte. Get at least a 2 terabyte. Because a 1 terabyte, that shit will be done for like a good 5 games. If that shit got over 100 gigabytes.
If you can
If I
even
went
get
back
5
in
games on
time
there.
and told my childhood self that a terabyte even existed of space,
And that just
and then told my childhood self that I have used a terabyte worth of space, my head would probably explode. I would be like, "What the fuck are we talking about right
and
now?"
that's just the game itself. Remember, you still got to do the updates and then the DLCs
For the games. And the system. Yep, DLCs.
Mm-hmm. That's even more gigabytes that's taking up your storage. You know.
It's basically the tax for the game, just gigabyte form and not money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is. It is like a
Yeah.
tax. It
And then
is
you gotta-
actually,
and
and then
then-
it's a unwritten tax, because they don't tell you that you're gonna have to get all them updates when they could have just completed the game and gave you the.
In the first place.
Yeah, it's
$70.
just
I want a complete game.
$70.
I want a complete game. I want to stop paying $70 for a piece of a game. I don't know. I don't know. I want like a digital pitchfork, and I want to just,
But also,
I don't know, like.
and also too, when we would people always say we want complete games and stuff like that. It be people like us that try to rush these developers. Like, you can't rush them. If you want a complete game, please don't rush them. Please don't. Because you can't say you want a full game, you want a complete game, and then trying to rush these developers and trying to come up with a game. That's all I gotta say. Like,
I've been waiting for like 10 years for Elder Scrolls 6. If they give me a piece of a game, I'm going to find the Bethesda headquarters, and y'all gonna see me on the news. Okay, you're gonna see me on the news, because if I have been waiting 10 years, if they
And
give
all
me
you
a piece of a
chunk.
game, somebody post bill. That's all I'm gonna say.
Somebody
A
post
post
bill.
bill, because I'm gonna be on the news. I'm gonna need to get bailed out, because I can't even begin. And I'm gonna have to buy a system just to play the game, because now y'all went Xbox exclusive. So I gotta buy an Xbox just to play this shit. Listen to me.
nah, that shit piss me off right there. That shit definitely piss me off. I gotta buy it.
And they wonder why they get rushed, because they do shit like that. Make people wait 12, 15 years for some shit, and it's only like 3% of the game.
Because
You only
how did
pay
you
what,
what was you doing with
$70
all that time?
bullshit.
What was you doing? What was you
In the
doing?
park.
Like,
Laying people off.
Bull driving the whole time.
Laying people off.
if I go to work every day and I'm working for 8 hours, and I know these game devs don't be working just 8 hours. I know they work longer than 8 hours. I know they do. They
Mhm.
are literally eating, sleeping, and
Mhm.
breathing these games. How did you not like? I feel like somebody needs to like do like a documentary and just be very, very informative on the processes that it takes to do these things so that people can understand to A, stop rushing them, B, to garner their expectations based upon the capabilities of the system, the capabilities of these people, all of that. Like the marketing aspect needs to be dissected, everything. Like they need to be more transparent because people are used to just getting games. We're used to quarter one games, quarter two games. Like you're used to just having these games be released. So you don't realize that you're rushing devs by them reading your tweets about you waiting on a
Mhm.
game, or that you're, you don't know that until they tell you. So if you get some shit game that you've been waiting on for 15 years and they're like, you rushed us, we needed more time. And then we're like, what the fuck you been doing the whole time then? Like, tell me what you've been doing then. Show me why you need more time.
And I want to say this real quick too. When it comes to these fucking game trailers, yo, don't believe these game trailers because when they come up with these game trailers, man, they be making that shit look so good. And then when the game comes out, absolute dog shit trash. Just fucking trash.
Unless you're talking about that Silent Hill trailer. That Silent Hill trailer from the PlayStation showcase was so bad. It was so terrible. And then when you watch the actual one that Silent Hill released, it was like, why didn't they show this? Like they had like two separate ones. I was so mad. Like, why didn't you show the actual one? Like PlayStation showed like a terrible version of it and it just made it look like a terrible game. And then
Mhm.
when you go and watch the real one, it was like, oh, okay, this is something. Like that was weird as fuck. I've never seen a trailer make a game look bad like that. Like it made it look
Backwards ass
terrible.
marketing at its
Mhm.
finest.
Yeah, just
It was
like
so bad.
yeah, I just like this is why like when it comes to like yeah, it's good to see these type of trailers at Summerfest, PlayStation State of Play, Xbox showcases and stuff like that. But I'm like, yo, the game trailers look nice and all that, but I got actually play this game because
Yeah.
sometimes it be a crock of shit. They try to sell you from a fucking game trailer, and then some people get fooled, me included. You know what I'm saying? Like you paying X amount of money, 70, 80, 90, 100, $110 for these fucking games, and then it be straight trash. You know?
It's because when we was younger, think about game trailers when we was younger. They had the same type of quality as game trailers do now, but we knew for a fact the game wasn't gonna look like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't have that same type of expectation. You like, oh, I know the game not gonna look like this. So this is just, a trailer. It's like a cutscene. We looked at it like cutscenes, but now
Mhm.
we know that the game has the ability to look like the trailer. So we are expecting it to be like the trailer. But
Mhm.
before, they could give you the best looking trailer on the planet and you knew automatically your shit wasn't going to look like that when you bought it. You like, oh, I know it's not going to look like this, but this still look like something I want to play. But now we
Yeah.
know that the games have the ability to be like that and they don't make them like that. And it's mad weird. Like, give me a realistic trailer now. It's time for realistic trailers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just show me actual gameplay. Like, that's fine too. To just you can literally actual gameplay. Like
Yeah,
this
not
game
Y'all
is
want to
not
put all
complete.
these realistic y'all want to put all these realistic graphics and stuff in this game, then y'all can do it for the damn trailer.
just for cinematic
Just
use
yeah.
only, not actual gameplay. Just that and dirt. I'm like, okay, whatever, bro. But hey,
Yeah, but I'd rather you tell me that than make me think the game is really gonna be like that. Tell me you just
Mhm.
bullshitting me so I can decide on my own what to do with that information.
I just don't know what games nowadays. You just gotta be mindful, bro. You gotta be real mindful in some of these games out here. And like I said, they'll sell you on some shit, and then they market the fuck out of it. Game still be trash. I'm like, yeah, I just wasted X amount of money for this game, but it is what it is, though.
I'm tired of wasting money on games, man.
Man,
Money
Oh
is
my
I'm tired.
not cheap.
I'm tired too, especially for me. I tend to buy this certain games. I tend to buy like the deluxe or ultimate editions, and I'm like, damn. I just get it for me. I just get it for like the extra content to get this shit out the way. But like I know like the Saints Row reboot, straight trash. I did not like it. I'm like, why the fuck did I pay $90 for this Ultimate Edition and this shit's trash? Like, the first two Saints Row was fun as hell, but from third on, it's just like, what the fuck is this? Like, what is this? This shit is just stupid.
Oh, see, I'm glad I haven't had a game yet that I bought and was like, oh, I just hate this. Like, I feel very lucky with that because it's a very high potential to get that, especially games just cost so fucking much now, and like I don't think
It's
you know how
unnecessary.
before you could just because you even if you adjust for inflation, I still don't think that they're the same price. Like I think that they're still more even adjusted for inflation. Like
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like when the next generation of game systems come out, they're gonna increase their prices of games again.
but we're gonna keep getting less. We're still gonna be back in that. We're still gonna stay in that realm of you're paying more and getting less. Like I don't mind paying more if I'm gonna get the whole game. If I gotta pay $100 for the game, but I know you're not gonna send me a 25 gig update 2 weeks into the game, fine, I'll pay it. But I'm not paying that, and you're gonna give me a part of the game. Like $100 for not all of the game is insane. Like it's just crazy.
Mm-hmm. All right, Pink. I'm gonna ask you one last question. Unless anybody else got any questions.
I think I asked all mine.
Yeah, I think I conversated and asked my main one.
All right. So, what advice would you give to aspiring streamers or content creators? You muted, by the way.
I am?
Yeah, you were. Yeah.
Nope.
Well, you was.
Something
Oh.
happened.
I was like, what? It's not the most glamorous job, but it is very rewarding. It's not all glitz and glam like we make it seem. There are going to be hurdles, there are going to be technical difficulties, but you gotta keep pushing through it, you gotta work through it. Also, don't listen to the naysayers. You don't need to listen to people. Oh, you're never. Protect your peace at all costs.
Mm-hmm.
At all costs. I mean, keep your circle small. Look to people for advice from time to time, but don't take what anyone says as the end-all be-all of what you need to be. Just be yourself. Whatever that looks like to you, be yourself, because when you're genuine, people can feel it. If I'm just over there playing, say if I'm all of a sudden gonna be like a Five Nights at Freddy's streamer, people are gonna be like, why is she playing this game? She doesn't even look like she's enjoying it. I don't care what gets you numbers. If you're not enjoying it, your community's gonna see that, and it's it's not gonna last very long.
And piggyback to what he's saying about you not playing. Like, this is just my opinion. You don't have to listen to for those who are listening in chat right now or whatever. This is just our opinions. You don't have to follow our opinions, It is what it is. I just feel like, if you're a variety streamer, just be a variety streamer. I hate the fact when people say like, oh, I'm a variety streamer, but you play one game on your stream. You can't call yourself a variety streamer. You just play one fucking game. You know what I'm saying? You just can't do that. It doesn't make sense. Like, make it make sense. I just hate when people
be doing that with Dead by Daylight all the time. They be like, "I'm a variety streamer, only plays Dead by Daylight,"
and that's all you
you're
see.
a Dead by Daylight streamer, bro, and it's okay. It's
like
fine.
It's okay if you're an Apex streamer. You just like to play Apex. That's all right. Just don't call yourself a variety streamer. You just only play Apex. I haven't seen you play one fucking game other than Apex.
Yep, it's like your page rats you out. Variety, where is it at? I only see one damn game.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I've gotten sucked into that trap before with not being able to play Apex for like a couple months at a time. But that was just like me. That was definitely a personal decision that I made to play nothing but Apex for a while. I think sometimes people go in spurts, but I will, like, on my bio on my main Twitch page, it will say like variety content creator, but my favorite game right now is XYZ. I try to update with whatever I'm playing at the moment, because as someone who's neurodivergent, I get in my little hours like that the New World era that I have when I was playing New World for 500 hours in a row and I didn't play anything else, you know? So, variety's in my heart, sometimes just not in my head.
Yeah, like
But see, that makes sense that you updated though. Like, it's not
Yeah.
like false marketing. It's like I'm currently playing this, but I stream a variety. Cool.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm talking like when people you go to the bottom and they'll say like games that they played, and it's one game. You're not a variety. It's no other games.
It's the
down
right,
here.
That's what I was saying. Like, your page will rat you out.
exactly like I only see you play Apex. I don't see you doing no just chatting or fucking Warzone or any other game. Just see it's Apex or Dead by Daylight. Just that one thing. Just that one.
And it'll be right there at the bottom of your page.
Like,
that
you can't
don't
lie to
play
us.
nothing else.
Yeah, like you can't.
Why you
Mhm.
talking about you a variety streamer? Where's the
They meant they play a
variety?
variety of legends. That's what it was.
Or a variety of characters. But yeah, that shit just, I ain't gonna lie, that should be irking my fucking soul. Like, and you be arguing, and they be arguing with you like, yes, I'm a variety streamer. I'm like, all right, yo, you got it.
It's like, if you're a variety streamer, why do you have to argue with me?
Or people
Why are
who
you getting so
only
mad?
chat. People
Yeah.
who don't play the game and they say they're a variety streamer, but all they do is chat. Like, bro, it's okay to just be a chatter. You could just be a yapper, bro. It's okay. Like, don't tell me you play games and I get in here. Every time I get in here, you just run.
And it's always just chatting.
Exactly. Chatting some bullshit too.
I don't like unfollowing people, but if you tell me you a gamer and all you do is chat and I don't see no gameplay ever, I'm unfollowing you, bro. Because
Mhm.
I can yap myself. That's why I don't even need to be on stream. I'm in here talking to myself. I don't give a fuck. I don't need to talk to you. You don't need to talk to me. Play the game, bro. Pick up the sticks.
Exactly. Ooh, yeah, just all right. Anything else before we go? Any last
I
words?
think I actually have one last one.
All right.
Okay. Do you have any like upcoming projects or anything streaming wise coming up, or anything you kind of tell us about that you're looking forward to?
Yeah, I have a few things. A few things in the works. One thing, my main thing that I'm gonna be focusing on, I have a paint and sip that I do. We did the first episode, I believe it was it in June or was it in July? I think it was June. It was the Gamer Mom Paint and Sip. I'm going through a name change for that. But like Melly, I see you. Like I was saying earlier, it's really important for me to help other moms feel and be seen in this gaming industry, because like we were saying earlier, it's like sometimes you really do lose yourself. That you do lose yourself in. It's like, I want people to know that like you're not alone. It is a struggle to balance a lot of times. And that there's gamer moms of all ages. I had my mom on my last Gamer Mom podcast, and she was trying to consider herself not a gamer. She's like, no, I'm not a gamer like you. I was like, what are you talking about? I said, first of all, you were the one. I have a whole Pac-Man tattoo on my back dedicated to my mom because that was her favorite game. I said, did you not just sit down this last summer and teach my son how to play retro Atari? I said, yeah, but that doesn't count. I said, it absolutely does. It absolutely does. Because a lot of this stuff, it starts with moms, you know? And I want to show more moms that it's okay to let your kid play the game. You know, I know that for the Black community as a whole, we have not historically been allowed into these markets and the spaces that we're currently in right now. So to help educate moms that there are these gaming spaces, that there are safe gaming spaces, that things like that this technology is not only accessible, but in some spaces, some instances necessary for kids. And that it's okay for them to dream and to be these streamers, to be these developers, to be these testers or whatever it is. I just want to help with that. So that's what W Mom was born out of. There's a clothing line coming attached to it as well. And yeah, for right now, that's it. There's also possibly a little, fingers crossed, Apex tournament down the line of mommies. So sprinkle, sprinkle. If you guys know of any gamer moms, just have them reach out to me, because I'm always trying to connect my moms together.
Go ahead, Mel.
Oh, I listen.
She was like, listen,
I'm
listen,
not gonna
just-
play Apex, okay? First of all, y'all have to like. I already was like, I think I downloaded it, and then like I was like, like, and then like, you guys did not help me want to play it. But outside of that realm, listen, tap me in, okay? Like, tap me in. I'm available.
All
I'm
right,
looking.
Pink, I want to thank you for stopping by.
Of course.
I know we went over the 2-hour limit, but hey, it is what it is. Let's have good conversation, stuff like that. It is what it is. So once
We
again,
always do though.
yeah, we
Like,
always do. So I mean, if the conversations are good, we have good topics to talk about. We tend to talk longer. So once
Yeah,
again,
we're not gonna stop it. We're just gonna keep it going.
exactly.
Yeah, if we were just sitting here like staring at each other, looking crazy,
Then that's different. That would be different. All right. So once again, thank you, PinkSaibot, for stopping by. Hope you have a wonderful day, and hope we see more of you in your streams in the future.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. It has been so fun. Thank you.